We're live. We're live. Now we got to sit here for 400 people to do the.
Just to get it. They have to get it.
If it's sitting there, can it hear both of us, by the way? Or
oh yeah.
Do we have to hold it the entire time?
That's a great question. You are gonna have to hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, you hold it.
Yeah.
The whole time?
It's International Women's Day.
Yeah, it's
you have to
International
hold
Women's
it, bro.
Day.
You should have just said active lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, it's really good for your gains and your bicep, actually. You should do curls with it.
I need that. You
You
need
need that.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Canada? What's up, Wally MD? What's up, Big Bandito? What's up, Setso something? And get your name. Sunbeam, Beetle, Nutria, Skitty, Bones. Holy Pangolin, I like bugs. This is where I just list name. Let's get you the whole thing.
Dude, we watch your stream.
Yeah.
We don't,
you don't watch the intro.
We're not.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You guys watch the clips, bro. After
No,
8ish.
I watch the VOD.
Okay, well then you've seen
I
this
play
before.
Velocra and watch the VOD.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. I'm addicted. I'm hooked. I uninstalled and then I reinstalled.
Yeah, you told me you uninstalled
I
it.
know. I told everybody. That's the sad part. I told everybody I uninstalled it,
Fucked.
and then I went on Steam and I opened it again, and then people started messaging me. I thought you uninstalled it, bro.
I have like 40 hours already.
Yeah.
I started
Yeah, he got in deep, dude. It's bad. He was
hits,
streaming
bro.
for 11 hours one day.
It hits. If you're
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Do you think Atrioc knows he's live right now? Yeah, I know I'm fucking live. Gynecologist. Thanks for the Prime, Beetle Nutria. Thanks for the Prime, Lonk IRL. Thanks. You guys fuck with Lucky Charms? This is the first question we're gonna get. Do you guys fuck with Lucky Charms?
Not really, man. Marshmallows and cereal. Not a fan. There's better sugary cereals.
I don't know. My mom never let me have cereal as a kid. So I don't know.
You've never had Lucky Charms?
No, not really. I think I had the marshmallows when I went to my friend's house, but I wasn't allowed. I was only allowed to eat Cheerios.
So can I say that your parents were Scientologists, or
You can tell them.
I feel like it's gonna come out.
First of all, that's not a horrible way of phrasing it because you just said it in the question.
No, because you said no. I'd say I was kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So that's gonna explain a lot, I'm sure.
Dude, I had an experience, and I won't say who it was, where I felt like an asshole.
Okay.
It was bad.
Why?
Because I looked at someone, and they were a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, and I was like, dude, you got like hobbit feet. Your hands are your feet. I was just ribbing him very playfully.
Okay.
Well, I said I'm not gonna say who it is.
Well, now I'm so curious.
I was like, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, you actually look. This is a person who's a good friend. This playful ribbing. This is part of our relationship.
Yeah.
You know this person.
Oh my god.
And he looked at me dead in the face and was like, "Yeah, man. I was malnourished as a child, so I didn't grow to my full height. So my extremities are bigger than at normal." And I was like mentally shocked. I was like, "What did I just say? What did I just say? I'm so sorry. Oh my god." I was like, I take it back.
You have to tell me
Your feet look great, actually. People love big feet. Everyone loves big feet, right? That's the whole thing.
It's all good. It's all your hobbit feet
Were
are
they
not
hairy?
a problem.
A little bit.
That might be for some people.
Deaf Boy, thank you for the Prime. Cannon put, what's good? Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be asking our good friends Rachael and Blur here about what life is like dating in the 2024 era. Because they're both actively dating right now. And it's largely through online methods that I don't know jack shit about. Because I'm decrepit and old and married. So, when I met Ari, I just got a smartphone. So it's been a minute, bro. And so I feel like they're going to actually have good answers to questions you guys are saying. And we had a great conversation about this on the ride down to Genesis, and I learned quite a bit. So I'm sure you guys can learn some things too. They are not dating each other, I'm sure they will tell you. The dude on the right looks so much like my brother, it's insane. You look like PDX Dario's brother.
That's good for his brother, I guess, Shouts to your brother,
Oh, so right off the bat, let's answer this question. Someone says, Blur, dating, I call cap. And I'll tell you, you have created such a bad public image for yourself.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
What
but
did I do?
People have this image of you as like some dude who's never dated in his life. And it's like crazy. Like if they knew the truth. So the reason we're doing this today and not tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Saturday is because he has a different date on every one of those days. Rachael has confirmed this.
Yeah.
He's got-
I can confirm this man does fuck. When I'm eating dinner on the second floor of our shared condo, I can hear him fucking on the first floor while I'm eating my food. It's awful.
What was it? So they have another roommate named Ashkan, and he
Yeah.
had like his parents come by.
His mom came by.
Yeah, how did that go, Blur?
Yeah, I'll explain. Give me the mic. Yeah, his mom came over. Beforehand, Ashkan kindly asked Arian to please not have a girl over while his mom was over. And so Arian tried to move his date to be later, but then Ashkan's mom also came over later. So they arrived around the similar time, and like while they were upstairs eating, at the dinner table, they could just hear the moans drifting up from the stairs to the second floor.
I did my part. I moved it
was your
later.
part?
I moved it later.
Bro,
Loud as fuck, dude.
don't you have shame?
I moved it later.
Can you imagine a family eating dinner outside the wall and you're fucking?
Have you ever known me to have shame, dude? Have
No,
you?
actually,
I'm not capable of that emotion.
That's true.
You
He
know how
doesn't
those
have
rock
shame.
climbers, the
That's
guy, the
actually
free
true.
solo guy, he doesn't experience
Yeah, he doesn't
fear.
have the-
I don't experience
have the
shame.
shame
It's just
part of your-
it's part of me.
That explains so much.
Have some empathy.
That actually explains.
Have some empathy.
You're a real discriminated class.
Yeah, you're braver
no
than the
shame.
Marines.
He'd be a good politician. Atrioc, who's the guy on the left with the? Oh, it's me. Hi. Ask Blur how to chain high ascension wins in Slay the Spire. We are not talking about Slay the Spire today, and we can't get Blur started, or it'll be fucking nightmarish.
It's a great game.
Yeah, well, now you're on Balatro, so.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a watcher. Thank you for the sub, Morphine. Defried Cook, thank you for the 8 months and the hilarious message. Glizzy, glizzy, glizzy. By the way, both of these people watch at least the Clips channel. So, Adish, thank you very much. So they're caught up, all right? They get the jokes. You can't pull one over on them. You can't weird them out by saying, I don't know, glizzy or coffee cow or whatever. They're they're caught up. So
Paper Mario.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I got roasted for that when she came in. How does Blur have so much free time? I don't get it. That's a great question.
Yeah,
How do you have so much free
explain?
time, Blur?
You know, us content creators,
No.
we just seem to have so much time on our hands, right? You had a busy day, right, Brandon? Tell me, what else were you doing today? We have a busy day, right?
Very busy day. I had an extremely busy day. Let's not throw this on me. This is not you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Mr. Content Creator.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
let's see. What content were you creating today?
I mean, see, the thing is, she's talking about all this moans and stuff. The moans I've been doing lately, I've been streaming with Zane.
Yeah.
You know? And
Those are worse, by the
those
way.
are-
He's way louder. With
I'm,
it.
yeah. I'm, you know.
So, if you guys don't know Melee, Blur is the, I guess we could call you a coach, but it feels,
Well, I would call
so-
I spend so much time with him. I do.
That doesn't make you a coach.
It does?
I'm not Ari's coach because I did time with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how it works.
Our life coach.
Yeah.
He is a air quotes coach for Zane, the second best player in the world for Melee, and has recently started doing content with him, which is why he's calling himself a content creator. But thus far, and this is not a knock because this works online, it's basically an OnlyFans where he watches Zane clips and then moans really loudly.
It's
Basically what
Hey.
it is. That's, like,
Hey.
that's what it is. So
It's hitting. People love it.
I don't.
Okay, well, it's not for everybody.
Loud, dude.
Oh, here's a question. Let's talk about. But I wanna get some chat questions while we're here. Will being good at Melee get me girls? I'm gonna ask both of you that question. Will being good at Melee?
Historically, yes, if it's me.
Yes, guys. You guys should go to your local tournament.
And she's representative of all the female population.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our number one tip here, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get girls,
If you're top
play
20,
Melee.
Spend
and you
your
play
time
Fox.
playing Smash Melee.
That's the way.
Have you ever? Do you even mention it on dating apps?
Oh, sort of. But if you think about it, you didn't get married until you started playing Melee.
That's an insane stretch.
We have a 3 out of 3 here. That's 100%. Sample size of 3.
Actually.
But
I'm
like,
not sure that Ari hates when I play Melee because it's the only game, like when I play Slippy, that I smash the desk at and get angry. No other game. I'm fine.
I've never raged at anything
Yeah,
else.
Melee makes you rage.
It's- yeah.
And it's like, and she's like, what is going on here?
I mentioned it on my dating profile. I say,
you?
yeah, it says like, I will destroy you in Super Smash Bros. Melee.
And do you get like?
Oh, that's the opener that everyone's like, oh my god, you play Smash? Usually they talk about Ultimate though, and then I'm like, you're cringe.
Yeah, that's the filter.
Yeah.
Second lesson is don't play Ultimate.
To answer your question, I have a pic of me commentating Genesis. That's one of my picks.
And do they ask about it? Have they ever asked about it?
Yeah, they're like, oh, what is that? So sometimes, yeah.
Okay. And what do you say? Do you exaggerate?
Oh, it's like, yeah, that's me from a couple of weeks ago. It was cool, video game tournament. Not a big deal. Like, just a big crowd, big stadium, just me. It's just a normal day of my life,
I see.
I actually think that, like, pro tip, if you go to Melee tournaments and you can, like, book Blue Rose Tori or, like, other photographers while you're there, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Arian was fucking mad at me for not telling him that I booked a photographer at Genesis, because now I have a bunch of, like, new pictures.
I got some, too.
Site.
She's great.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's a photographer named Blue Rose Tori. She does
professional photography is really important for the apps, and if you can do it like as a group, it's really easy. And actually, Melee events is really easy because there's already photographers there, and you just tell them to like, hey, do you have time? Like, I'll pay you. Like, can we quickly do one? And so like that's one of the ways. So
what's the meta on photos for apps? What have you learned on like what you have to include?
So it's probably you going to go first?
I think you should go first because I just rip whatever photos I think look good of me. Like I don't have a strat really. I think I have one group photo, one like photo that shows off my ass, and then the rest are just like good photos that are taken from.
So prove you're not a
tournaments.
psychopath. Prove you have an ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good. I think like clear shots of your face, clear shots of your body.
What do you mean clear shots of your body?
Not shirtless, but they can be like, hey, I'm wearing like show your arms or something like that. But I don't do that. Okay. I don't do that. But you could do that. Shots, and the rest should be like shots of lifestyle and like how you live and why you're interesting. You just want main thing you want is like, who is this guy? And the thing is, thankfully, I live a very unique life. Yeah. I get that a lot. I do live a unique life, Brandon.
I 100% agree with you.
And so I get a lot of like.
I think that's why people are tough to give Blur credit, is because he, even when he's right, has such arrogance. But you're right. You do have a unique life. 100% I agree. I think you do.
Yeah, I like to see I like the really funny photos of like when people are just like, or like the videos where people are doing shit with their friends. I think that's like intriguing to me because then it shows like more of your personality. But yeah, I would say like a body pic is definitely important, and then like a high quality face pic.
So when we say body pic though, you're still not saying shirtless. You're meaning
just like you out in the wild naturally T-posing, like I don't know.
It could just be you with clothes on, but like just showing that like what your body look like more than just your face. Don't do only faces.
Yeah. I think
the
that
idea
if
is that you're not hiding it.
People don't have that, it does kind of look like you're hiding it.
I see.
Yeah.
Like if all your photos are group photos of you in the back.
Yeah. I do think like if you're going for a particular thing, like it depends on what your goals are. A family pic is good. So if you're trying to be wholesome,
sending that
vibes of like a pet, a baby, a family, like that's good vibes too, but it depends on what you're looking for. Okay. Right? So, or you partying is good if you're looking for something else. Sure. Right? So like sending a correct vibe and a brand out is important.
Okay. You're sending a signal.
Yeah.
We might do, this would be really fun, I think. Nico Foss here is willing to send profile for a rating. We might open up some profiles here and you guys can just do an active rating of like where you think these people are landing. How do we do this? How would we, Yeti, we have a mod here. How would we do this where people could send in their stuff where it's not going to dox them? There are Discord? Okay. Can I make a channel or something? I think that would be awesome. I would love to just have that filtering in while we're talking, and then we could like go through a bunch of profiles. I think that would be sick nasty. Atrioc Discord. Maybe we make a new channel under Army Chat, and we'll say dating profile review. Bam. It's there. Okay, it's there. Wait, can I make sure everyone can do it? I don't know. Oh my God, someone smarter than me. Someone smarter than me, please set this up. You got it? Yeah, he's got it. Okay, there's going to be a dating profile review. If you drop it in there, we will have the entire squad review it and not dox you. All right, wait. You need a mod to make sure you don't leak. Yeah, I don't want to leak anybody's personal information. Wait, what is this? So, wait, are you two dating people on apps of straight up getting Nash? What the fuck does that mean?
Don't know what those words mean.
I don't know what this
I have
means.
no idea what
Like
you're saying.
Nashville, Tennessee, or like
I assume not. I assume you're not getting Nashville, Tennessee. What are you trying to say, Chestezzy? I think a picture of me golfing and cussing myself out after missing a 3-foot putt would perform well if I went on a dating app.
that would hit with me.
That seems like funny.
Yeah,
It seems like
that would be funny.
Kind of a Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore type vibe.
Dude, you're on Adam Sandler way too much after that movie thing that you're talking about.
See, she really does watch it. She watches every stream.
Next in line.
Dude,
You would watch that.
every
You
meal.
would watch that movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
our household is unironically we sit around and eat dinner while watching
That's high.
Atrioc.
That's high. And more of you should do that.
It's weird though because I've known you for like 10 years, so it's
Yeah.
like.
It's a little
But now you're the guy I watch the most, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I have known Blur a very long time. I've told this story before, but I will just do a quick intro. You showed up as someone I didn't know, applying for a job at Twitch, where you would be the head of the Smash Bros department of Twitch, which we didn't even really need. We didn't need a Smash. We didn't have a League of Legends department. We didn't need a fucking Smash Bros department, but we needed it, I guess, after they decided it. And you were applying, and there was a bunch of people applying, and one of them, I'm not even going to get into it, but one of them was handpicked and definitely going to get the job. You come in, underdog, almost there to just fill one of the interview slots. All smiles, very charming. You know some details about everyone on the interview panel. You're crushing the interviews. I mean, you know shit about my past. I've never met you. You're like, oh, Team Liquid. I never. Wow. Okay. I'm charmed. I'm smitten. Okay. He's like this perfect gentleman. Knows everything about the company. Knows what's going on. It's one of the best interviews I've been through. He really crushed it. So by the end, we're in the meeting where we have this panel where we're discussing who we're going to hire. And we have the person that's handpicked, and like that person's basically been told that you're a shoo-in. And so they get the job, guaranteed. But we're all in the meeting, we're like, but Blur. Blur was a tour de force. He's a 5-star man. We all gave him 4, 5 stars. Like this guy would be really good here. And so we think about it, talk about it, and finally they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna hire 2 people for Smash Bros. Again. What the fuck do we need 2 people at Twitch? Twitch is like at that point like a 200-person company. We have 0 people for League of Legends, 0 people for Counter-Strike. We need 2 people for Smash Melee. I don't think Smash 4 is even out yet. I mean, it's crazy. It's so small. And so we're like, fine, we'll hire 2 for Smash Bros. I mean, we just do it. So Blur gets hired. Literally day 1, he comes in and he's an entirely different person. He's a supervillain. He comes in and drops the smile like the end of a movie. And he's like laughing, cackling, eating chips on the couch, fucking falling asleep, talking mad shit. I mean, he completely fooled us. But he's already in the door. And so that's the Blur story. And so then we became friends after that. But like he bait and switched me for sure. I was like, what the fuck?
Look, it was a one-time thing. In a dating context, I don't do the same thing, by the way. I'm honest. I'm careful. I'm not a sociopath or anything. I just do things and use people to get what I want. That's not me.
True.
Yeah.
She's scared. She's scared.
It's my landlord, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay that every month.
Are you two dating people on apps for long-term relationships or just going in for the sex?
Both. I would say that I started out looking for just something casual, and now I feel like the casual lifestyle isn't for me. So I've like pivoted to looking for more long-term.
What changed that?
Like
Was it bad experiences?
yeah,
or was
bad
it...
experiences basically.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just tired of getting fucking ghosted. Like I'm so
It happens to
done.
women too.
Oh my god.
Hello, chat. You guys
I-
talk about it like only men get ghosted, bro.
I went on a date, like 2 dates with this one guy in the span of a week. It seemed to be going really great. He was like very communicative. He was like, yo, I want to take
this
you out
Magic guy?
again. No, this is a different guy.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we had a date. It went well. We hung out for like 6 hours. We walked around. We got food. It was really fun. He was like, get home safe. I was like, the next day I said, hey, I had a lot of fun. Do you want to like watch Dune 2 this week or something like that? And then he never fucking messaged me back.
He just hates Dune that much.
Yeah. Maybe he just really didn't want to see Timothy
He
Chalamet.
fucking hates Timothy
I don't
Chalamet.
fucking know.
Hates Dune.
But it was crazy.
That is crazy.
Because like there was no red flags on the date. Like is fine. Like,
And it's been ever since then pure ghost. No, like,
yeah,
hey, sorry, I missed.
he didn't respond
That's
for
crazy.
3 days, so I sent a follow up and I was like, hey, like, it's totally chill if you don't want to like continue dating, but I would have really appreciated you communicating that.
And still nothing.
And still not.
That fucking sucks.
Like, I don't. What the
That
fuck?
fucking sucks. Reach out and link him the stream. You should link him the stream.
True.
Hey, I use it for content.
Hey, by the way, thanks for the content.
So here's a question. He comes back in 2 days. He says, my phone was broken. My brother stole it. It fell in the
The
ocean.
cartel kidnapped me.
The cartel.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. You know.
That's actually a funny
Cartel
one.
actually.
That's
took
actually
me.
a pretty good one.
Yeah, I do
If
what I can, see?
Yeah, that's how you know the
Yeah.
line. That would be a pretty good line. If you haven't spoken in a couple days, cartel kidnapped me. That's
I
banter.
fell asleep. Yeah, that's what I expect.
I fell asleep. I've just been snoozing. I lost track of time.
I'm just really tired.
Are
So,
you
yeah.
are you so pissed that it's over, or is it like you one more chance?
Oh fuck no! I stand on business. If people don't message me back in like 3 days, 4 days, and they're not communicating that shit, no,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like, I have other shit to do.
Drake's. What about you, Blur? What's your ghosting policy? What's your experience with ghosting?
I've never ghosted anyone. I've also been ghosted and flaked on. It happens to everyone. It's just how it is.
Right.
I think like the worst one I've ever had was girl wanted to go to a hookah place, and I was like, oh, I'm Middle Eastern. I'll show you the best spot.
Sure.
And so
Do you think you have any special knowledge of hookah? Just 'cause
no, I know absolutely not. But I think
Ever smoked hookah?
I never really smoked hookah. But you got to work with what you got,
Sure.
Yeah,
right?
sure, you gotta play into
I'm
it.
the hookah guy now, right? Like that's I gotta.
love NASCAR. I love NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're white. Yeah, no, I know. It makes sense, right? So, but she was like saying like these stuff that I was like, man, this is not. I shouldn't be worried about this. She was like, oh, I need to always walk my dog because my anxiety flares up. I get really nervous. And I was like, okay.
Sure.
That's fair. People get nervous. I get nervous sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. So I drive out there. I show up to this hookah place,
Yeah.
and I sit down, and she never shows up. She blocks me, so I know this because she blocks my number and just never shows
She
up.
made the date.
She
didn't
made the
show
date,
up, then blocked
and
you.
10 minutes before she said, on my way. Literally 10 minutes before while I'm driving there, she's like, yeah, I'll be there soon. And then she blocked my number, so I couldn't even message her, be like, yo, what's up? And I just saw how on iPhone it says delivered, and then the next one,
Yeah.
it doesn't say delivered. That's how you know you're blocked.
Yeah.
So I was like, she blocked me. Like, I can't even. And good news is, though, I talked to the waiter. He was super nice. Me and him just hung out. I ended up eating a gyro. We had it was a good food. I made a day out of it. Like, I still was okay, but like. I just, those kind of things happen, and it's part of the process.
That's more extreme than I've heard. Has that happened to people in chat? Have you been ghosted on like actual plan? I thought ghosting was like you go on a date, you come back, and then they just don't respond. Like they didn't have a good vibe or
No.
whatever, and then they just
Sometimes they just never show up. That happens
not
all
showing
the
up is
time.
crazy.
Yeah, and I think it's because she was nervous.
Okay.
I think so, because literally that's what she was saying.
Right.
She was like, I'm really nervous.
Yeah, man. I think it's psychopathic to make a plan that you don't have any intention of following through it when you make it.
Someone said, I hope she found the Dune 2 guy. I hope so too, dude.
They're made for
I
each
hope
other.
they're meant for each other. They're star-crossed lovers for sure.
Same thing happened to me. Walked home for 3 hours listening to the Donnie Darko sound.
But like the thing is that, and this is something we talked about in the car, is I think a lot of this sort of stuff ends up affecting you in a subconscious way more than you think. So like I had that experience. It sucked, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it was more like, I get it. It's just something that it's a her thing. It's not a me thing. I never even met this person. But I think like it ends up making it so that you have a little bit less investment in the next people, no matter if you want to or not.
Like you're more guarded, you're less likely to attach yourself or get excited.
You get like excited. And I think unfortunately these things have the most success, like dating in general, when you go in there with an appropriate amount of naivety and like enthusiasm. And I think you get enough of those experiences, and it's really hard to keep that enthusiasm because you're like, last time I was this happy about someone, they just didn't respond to me. Like they literally just ghosted me for no reason that I could see.
So that's the vibe I hear when I talk to my chat about it, is that like a lot of them feel jaded. Like they've been through so many of these things and they've had like many, I don't know, letdowns or false starts. And then they're, I don't know. They're sourpusses about it, and like I'm hearing this from you. So how do you keep? I mean, you guys are smiling, you guys are happy. What's the difference? What's going on?
I think as part of that is that I think that I have lowered my early expectations. Like all I really want at the very beginning is, are they fun and interesting to be around? Like, is it just miserable to be around them?
Yeah.
Then I don't want to keep going. And like, are they physically attractive? Is there something there, right?
Right.
That's all my expectations are at the beginning. Like, I'm not expecting to like go head over heels, fall in love, and all that stuff. Having said that, if I'm being honest, like the long-term relationships I've had in my life are the ones I went into where I like kind of really went into it very, very early.
Right.
And so sometimes I feel like because I've been in that zone, like it's making it harder for me to develop that level of like intensity.
So you got 6 dates coming up in this next week, which is absurd, which is like ludicrous. You are behaving like you are Drake or something.
No. We've both done this, by the way. One time I had 7 in a row.
You've done 7 dates in a row?
Yeah.
So again, let me ask this question then for both of you. What can you possibly get out of 7 days? Like, it's only sex, right? What is your?
I didn't have sex on any of those days.
But like, okay, so what is the?
I'm not.
What kind of connection are you making?
Don't worry about
On
that.
a date where it's like you're just grinding through them. You're not even. I feel like I wouldn't even remember one of them after 7 in a row is crazy.
I actually have a lot of fun at them.
Okay.
I genuinely have fun.
So
It's
you
just meeting
enjoy
new
it, just
people.
the active dating. You're just like,
I really do. I just like meeting people.
Okay.
And
I
I
do
think,
like meeting people,
I
yeah.
think they're like diverse backgrounds and stuff. And, like I don't really go in there being like, this is necessarily going to be a romantic thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just go in there trying to meet someone. But I do still, I mean, obviously I'm directing it, right? Like, especially I think as like if your whole shtick is a masculine guy, directing it is part of your job, kind of. And so I'm directing it in a romantic way.
When you're directing the date,
Well, I'm just like making sure it's going in a romantic direction.
like do you yell cut?
So it's no, I'm not. No.
Adam Sandler in.
No. It's just more I'm saying that like I'm not going in there with like this is going to be a great new friendship. I'm going there being like this could be
I see.
something.
Okay, yeah,
and so
yeah.
I try to make it go that direction, but not something crazy. But it's more like I'll talk about feelings and I'll like there'll be physical touch and all this stuff, the normal stuff you guys probably expect. And I'll go that direction. And if the vibes are off, I'll be like, and maybe I won't keep going that way. But
I see.
But I try it out,
I do think that like there have been people that I was interested in, but I got more of a friend vibe from them because like they weren't like I don't know, they didn't do like the shoulder touch. I don't know. There's like no like there's like
Interesting.
nothing. Like that one guy that I brought to the party for the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a cool guy. Like would totally be his friend, but like I just like don't.
I had no idea you guys were dating.
Yeah, like we had like
He gave off no
exactly,
dating
like
energy.
exactly.
Wow, I literally thought he was like your upstairs roommate. Or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like
Okay,
if-
wow, interesting.
If I don't get the vibe that like they're interested in me in that capacity, and I don't think you need to be like overt about it. I think that's also another problem. Is
Yeah,
that like some
I wanna
people
get into that,
are
too.
fucking so overt about it.
Yeah.
Like you are kind of like treading a line that's like very difficult. And so props to guys because I think they have to deal with this way more than women in terms of like directing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. I think people in chat are going to want to answer this question, which is like they're trying to. Yeah, what is overt in this context? Can you give examples of like things you've been hit with, or maybe
Dude, one time, okay, so I think that this is maybe like a miscommunication here, but I like went over to this dude's place and he was like, do you want to, like, he started off by like, hey, I really want to watch this movie. I was like, sure, we can watch this movie. He didn't like say like, we're gonna like fuck, or like I didn't get those vibes at all. There was
Sure.
like no flirting ahead of time.
He said, "I really want to watch this movie."
Yeah, he's like, I love this movie. It Follows, by the way. Maybe not the most romantic movie either, by the way. I get there, we watch the movie, we sit through all of it.
You watched the whole. That's a long fucking movie.
Yeah, we watched the
like a
entire movie.
3-hour movie,
There's
by the way.
no like weird things happening in like
sure.
It doesn't like touch me. Like we're sitting like apart
It's
on
the
the couch.
STD horror
like-
movie.
Yeah, it is the STD horror movie.
And you guys don't really talk, and this is the
I was
first
thinking
date,
of
right?
It
Like during that
sequel.
movie, are you
Yeah,
talking a lot or no?
We're chatting about like, this part of the movie, blah 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 blah, cinematography, blah blah blah, whatever.
You talk about,
But you
talk about
learn-
movie stuff.
Yeah,
But you
we're talking
learn-
about movie shit.
You learn nothing about him as a human being.
No, I don't learn
Okay.
anything about him
You
as
just
human.
know about the movie
And
the
then
shots.
like I'm like, okay, movie's over. Like I should probably like go home or whatever, and he just like fucking just swings his face at me, and he's just randomly we're just like making out all of a sudden, and I'm like, well, I feel like this is more of a jump scare than anything in the movie. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? And then I had to like awkwardly navigate like getting out of his apartment without like pissing him off, because I don't want to like
know him at all.
Want to die.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean, I think like a lot of this stuff you learn with time and age and experience, but one of the keys is to make sure, because you have to direct it as a guy usually, is to learn how to ramp it up and how to like vibe check all the time. You have to constantly be vibe checking, right? So like I hope to at least first, maybe second date, try to get like a kiss or something, right?
Right.
And to get there, you have to like slowly get there. You can't just jump scare it.
No, please don't jump scare.
You have to first talk about feelings. Step one is talk about feelings. That's step one. That's step one.
No jump scares.
You have to ramp it up. Ramp it up. Get there a little bit so you feel like you at least are like having odds of success on the kiss. Like where you can get there. Once you're there,
how are you vibe checking? Are you just saying vibe check?
No, it's exactly it's the first step is talk about feelings, right? And there's a lot of different ways of doing that, which is like talk about family, like whatever it is, talk about the emotional aspect of it, right? So for example, if you're talking about work, talk about does that stress you out? How are you how's your talk about like where your emotions are about this, and less about you do spreadsheets.
Logistics,
like no one cares, right? Yeah. Talk about how it makes you feel, because a lot of people don't get time to talk about how they feel.
I'm gonna say this. I think that's good advice for conversations in general. I think sometimes people get too point A to point B logistical in talking, and that bores the shit out of me.
Right.
We talk about what say what you mean, man. What do you feel? What's going on? I want to know you.
Yeah, exactly. So you're trying to learn something about them, actually, and then when you go emotions, also reciprocate, say stuff about your emotions, and be vulnerable, do all that. And then like do like small light physical touch, which is like either hand holding or like the slapping. A big job. So as much as men have to direct, women also have to work, part of female riz is being receptive. So like pick up on those signs. Like if she's slapping your arm a lot, you're doing good. Like
is that true? If you're slapping arm,
I think my female riz is different. As Arian will attest to, like when I really like a guy, I will be the one to like assert paying for things. That's like my
that's your riz?
I've never had that happen before. She's got a crazy riz. I think that's awesome.
I also will run the Let's Play Truth or Dare Melee gambit, where we just play Truth or Dare Melee.
Truth or Dare Melee makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, any truth or dare, then
men can't really run that as easily as like
challenging a woman to truth or dare melee.
I feel like that doesn't.
I haven't tried it, but I want to now. Let's try.
Good try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the riz of you paying the bill. I feel like I feel like guys
shows real interest.
Like,
it's out of the ordinary.
It's like a stability thing. It's like that's
I think
cool.
in general, showing the I'm not like other girls, I'm not like other guys thing, it helps. It helps because you stand out. You stand out. Like
that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to like not be like other girls. It's more like I think that there's like some weird expectation that men should have to pay for everything, and like I honestly don't feel comfortable when guys pay for things, because then there's now an implication that I have to give them
weird
something
expectation.
in return.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to exist.
Don't expect anything in return, guys. Just do something nice for someone to do it.
Yeti saying, will say, the one time, Yeti's awesome by the way, the one time a girl offered to pay, she later messaged me that I was supposed to decline, that she didn't want to see me anymore.
That's weird.
Oh, dude.
You got baited.
Oh, bro.
That's fucked.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Yeti.
This actually happened to me before I was dating Ari. I was on a date and I offered to pay, and then she reached out to be like, "Oh no, let's split it." And then I said okay, and then her face went crestfallen. And then she like looked around in her bag and she's like, "I don't have a card." I guess she thought I would just deny. She just wanted to offer, and I was like, "What, bitch? That's crazy. You asked. You were so forceful about it."
That's crazy. I used to be engaged, and when I went on my first date with my ex-fiance, he showed up and told me he didn't have a credit card to pay with.
On your first date?
So that I had to.
That's amazing, Riz.
And still got engaged. So.
And he got engaged.
Yeah.
Hey,
Holy
you never know.
shit. show up, don't pay, no credit card, get engaged.
Yeah.
It's that easy. It's actually that easy. Every single Hinge date I've ever been on, it's clear expectation that the guy pays, and it's very obvious when the girl offers to pay what they don't actually want to. Well, if you match Rachel, she wants to.
I think it really depends on like what kind of person you're going for as well. There are some people who expect like a more traditional relationship and for the guy to pay for everything. And like if those are the people that you're going for on Hinge, then like that's kind of what you're walking into, I feel like.
I'm not looking for that, and I've always had to pay. Pretty much every time. Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm also, I also would want to pay, and like I'm cool with it, and it's no big deal. The thing is like I don't find it to be a big deal. I like paying, honestly. I think it's a sign of providership, and it's like a part of like masculinity, and it's good. I like doing gentlemanly things. I like opening doors. I like doing a lot of this stuff, and so I like it when they just let me and it's cool. I don't do it forever. I do it for the first date, maybe second date, and then I stop, and it's like because I want an even relationship. But at the beginning, it's like, bro, it's not that much, and it's like it doesn't add up to as much as people make out.
So
especially with what you do.
People are saying if you're doing 7 dates a week, you're paying for all of them. Or is that adding up? Or
It's not that bad. So people do, coffee or ice cream is very common, and those don't really add up that much as to begin with. Because I'm SoCal, like to do acai bowls. That's like my spot.
It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, that doesn't fit in your macros, bro.
No, but we share the acai bowl, so it makes it more. You see,
okay.
when you share an acai bowl, that's my little hack. You guys can steal that. So I do that. You could do like picnics or other type of things. People do this. I don't do that. That's too much work. But like I like dinners and stuff. I like talking to people, drinks. But like, dude, you get a drink or two for a girl. It's not that much money. Like, I know it's not. I know you guys are like, oh no, they don't have to do it. It's like, all right, man. True, but
yeah, I mean,
you're not gonna be dating forever. There's gonna be like this is maybe a decade of your life you're gonna be dating, however long until whatever you want to do. Maybe you're gonna date forever, but maybe you're forever alone. Never mind.
Sad.
Never mind. But the point is
where's he going with this?
It is.
Where's he going with this, chat?
I don't know. I just don't mind that much, and maybe it's because
Let's say pay for drinks for 10 years and you'll add up.
I also think you don't have to do like dinner dates every time. I don't know. I'm a huge advocate of like I like to do like dates of things that I would already do. So like I go to the gym or like I go to like an
gym
arcade.
First date seems kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Has that worked? Has that
the Magic the Gathering guy and I like went to the gym. Yeah, and it was really fun. Like
I think the Magic date made sense. That was cool.
That was like our third date.
Okay, so first date was gym?
First and second date were gym. And then,
interesting.
Yeah. I think it's just a low stakes like thing. You're already going to do this thing. And so like you're not wasting your time, which is like, I don't know. Because like.
Can I ask you a question? Guy on a gym date, is he struggling to lift the best?
He's crying.
Yeah, he's like trying to spot me for like every weight that we do, and I'm like, dude, it's okay, I'm all right, like I get it, but like, come on, it's okay, man.
Gym dates are kind of cool because you can do physical touch.
Because I finally
road.
joined you guys in your group for your gym, and Blur was lifting more than he could fucking lift, and he was doing bad form.
Bro, my shoulder was messed up that day.
You were trying to impress me, bro. And I was like, bro, I think you're strong already.
Why didn't you do the physical touch? Help me out. You know?
I wasn't attracted because you kept failing there.
What?
Gym dates weird, man. I mean, it worked, man. You got to try things if you haven't tried it.
It doesn't have to be gym. It could be like arcade or like, I don't know, other shit that's not just dinner. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself, but I don't really like dinner dates. I feel like I want more activity than that.
Yeah, I mean, dinner date doesn't leave you with any sort of distraction, right? It's just sitting there talking, eating the entire time. No kind of thing to move the conversation or nothing.
It just feels like such a gamble. Like, 'cause for me, like, I don't know. People's pictures sometimes look different than how they look, or like maybe we just don't like vibe. I don't know. One time, one dude like talked for 2 hours about how his dad wasn't really his dad, and I was just his therapist, and it was an entire dinner date for 2 hours.
You used Tinder like BetterHelp.
Yes.
That's actually.
And so like I like dates where like if I can like escape into the activity and then it's like not so bad. But if I'm just like a fucking captive audience for like that long,
right,
it's so bad.
I'm gonna move this. Wait, they're here. That's good. Super curious question. How do you feel about dates with people that you match with online versus the feeling of talking to someone you first met at a bar out and about? I feel like I've personally felt stronger feelings for people I've met by chance rather than some girlfriends that I've matched with. Well, I got to say something. Can I pull something up for this? I saved this for this conversation.
He prepared?
I prepared
I'm shocked.
very, very slightly.
We're reading all of his dirty secrets.
There, I found it.
What?
It has one thing in it.
Yeah, it's a Google Doc
Well,
with one
I thought
thing
we were
in
doing
it.
this next Friday, but you guys had 400 dates, so I. This is the data on how couples meet in the U.S.
Holy fuck.
You'll notice that basically every other type of meeting through friends, work, bar, grade school, neighbors, college is grinding down to zero, is approaching zero. It is all being subsumed by online, which is going to end up being basically the entire way. So, I assume this matches with what you guys...
So I still meet people like in person a good amount. But what I will say is that, and I think this is like, I haven't heard anyone say this before, but it's very true, that even if you opt out of online dating, as in you don't have the apps or whatever, and you're trying to go out there and meet people online, you actually can't truly opt out. Like, there's actually no true way of opting out, because it's changed the metagame too much. It's too dominant because it's such a majority factor of how people find people. So for example, even when you talk to someone at a bar, you meet them in person or something like that, they still have 10 people on their phone from apps, right? And so, and it changes behavior, right? So behaviors that I think have changed over time because of the apps now also happen in real life, because online dating has just become the predominant and has changed how people approach dating, right? And so, like, no matter what you do, unfortunately, you can't completely X out the apps from your life, not because, you can't delete the apps, but because you can't delete the social impact of the apps, right?
Yeah, the ecosystem changed.
The ecosystem simply changed.
Who's going to release the balance patch?
Yeah, we need a balance patch for real.
Yeah.
Please nerf ghosting. I fucking hate it.
So an example I have is,
Sure.
I was talking to an older woman yesterday at a party, and I was saying, hey, I'm gonna be on a dating stream tomorrow. I'm curious about what your experiences are. Can I use you for content? She was like, I would love
He is
to
a
be-
content creator. He's monetizing his friendships. He's turning real relationships into content. I love that.
right?
Thank God.
And what she was saying was that, like, because the apps, you pretty much, most people only filter based on looks, and she's like older, she's looking for like some stability factors, right? Like, what they do for, it's hard for her in LA, especially, where she's like, I'm just meeting people who don't have everything together the way I want, and I'm trying to build family and all this sort of stuff, right?
Sure.
And so she's like, so I've been trying to go out and meet people in real life that are that way, but when I go out and do that in real life and they're single, they have the apps. So, like, basically, when people have the apps, when the ecosystem has the apps, that changes, number one, how much people approach you. She was saying people don't approach almost at all anymore, which I found also true in real life.
Interesting, yeah.
We were out at like a club. We've gone to so many bars and stuff together, and we always look around and be like, I haven't seen a single dude approach a girl this entire time.
Really? It doesn't just
And
happen anymore?
at clubs, especially Zoomer ones.
crazy.
So we go whenever we go
Really?
among the youngest people. So like we went to a club and we were like, everyone is just talking to their friends. No one's talking.
so
I remember clubbing back in the day,
Yeah.
and the whole point, people went out there with a mission.
Yeah, people
Aren't going out there with a mission.
No.
People are not going out there with a mission.
Really?
It's because I think they're like, why would I? And I know this in my own behavior. Sometimes you notice in your own behavior what these apps are building
So is it
inside
perceived
you.
risk or what? Is it like the idea that
No, it's not even. It's a
I
little
think a
bit,
little
but
bit,
it's
yeah.
some of it is like so some of it's just like why? Like, so if you are getting enough matches on apps and you have a much more optionality because of the availability of apps.
I want to read some of these responses though, because
Yeah.
Camp says, I'm fucking terrified, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hearing don't want to bother people. I'm hearing makes me feel like an asshole to bother people in public.
Yeah.
I think it stems from like we had a pandemic where people weren't social for like 2
I don't want to make
years.
someone comfortable. I'm scared too. I hate that it's it's all that. So
Yeah, I do think. By the way, I do think that is true too. But I'm saying they're both true. So I think people are afraid to approach, but I think they've always been afraid to approach, and it's gotten worse because maybe people are more socially locked up than they used to be, and people are on the internet more and all that stuff. But also, I think the people who aren't afraid to approach are people who have a lot of self-confidence. Maybe they already do well in apps as it is, and they're not approaching either because they're like, why would I'm good. Like, I don't need to.
What a fundamental shift in how humans think.
Yeah. Like, I see it in myself. I used to approach all the time, right? But when we go out, I don't really go out there and like really am trying to grind and find people like that.
I don't know. There's the Chipotle girl, and then there's the girl
Chipotle
who
girl.
was, like,
What makes a girl the Chipotle girl?
Dude, there was like 2 instances in a row. We went to Chipotle. We took a walk to Chipotle to get like lunch, and he just like was trying to run game on the Chipotle girl. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, I need to go to the store for milk.
You like the barbacoa or the chicken, baby? Like, what?
Yeah, you do it.
And there was this girl outside who was trying to get us to sign like waivers to stop homelessness. And I was like, I gotta go.
You were
grab my
running
milk.
game on the homeless waiver, woman?
Yeah.
She was giving caring signals. She cared about the homeless. I thought that was a good sign. I was like, I would love to be with someone who volunteers their time to help the homeless.
Right, but I just feel like you didn't care about the homeless at all. You just cared about yourself.
He tried to get me to sign it, but it was a ploy to like get me to stay and like further the conversation. I was like, dude, I gotta go get my milk. I have a meeting in like 10 minutes. Like,
you stopped me from so much. It's horrible. But anyways, the conversation was going well. But whatever. I wanted to go back and re-sign it again.
Whatever.
It's like, no, I really care. I'm so passionate.
But like, even still, even though chat saying this guy is like, look, even still, I think there's been times where I think I would have been more proactive. Like there's a girl recently I met at a party, whatever. We hooked up, and I didn't really follow up with in the way I used to do, and part of it's because I got distracted by a lot of the other
apps,
the other options I had.
6 other dates coming up.
And I think so. This is what I'm saying is like that your people because they have so much more optionality than they used to, and such a great their behavior has fundamentally changed. Right? I think ultimately, like I'm not necessarily this guy. Like back in the day, I simply couldn't go on 6 dates.
Yeah, there's no way you could.
It's just not fundamental. If I just went to bars, like it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right. To get that to happen, like no matter how good you are, how attractive you are, how charming you are, it's simply not going to happen. But now it's really easy.
I think that's what shocks me about it.
It's really
in my
easy.
mind, like to set up 6 dates in a week, you have to do like Ryan Gosling, Crazy Stupid Love. You have to be out there in the bars.
it's so
But now
easy.
it's like
No, I mean, and you can confirm this. Maybe 30 minutes of swiping.
Yeah.
And like it's very quick. And I just do the messages. I set up a time, and it's very quick. So
I do think that you are in like a top percentage of men on dating apps, though.
Everyone's experience is different, and it definitely has changed a lot of other stuff. But I definitely think that it has changed people's behavior set for sure.
I kind of feel the opposite. In person works so well because no one does it.
I do agree with that. I think that it is more likely to work, or you're more likely to like establish a connection, because when you're like talking to someone on an app for 20, 30 minutes or whatever, the talking on the app is like honestly kind of meaningless until you meet them in person. And so like right away in person if you're attracted to this person, if there's like chemistry. Like I think that in my preference, it's like always I would prefer to meet someone in person.
Right.
Yeah.
But like the amount of times that's gonna happen is like so low because people just don't talk to each other. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think in person is also better, and I'd prefer it. But like, there's different dynamics. So
we gotta look at the number. It's just not happening. Like,
so it's not. First of all,
like,
friend ones are always risky because you're like, well, you can't. Not that you'd ghost someone, but you can't just kind of like end it. And there's always some level of connection. I think people don't ghost people in friend group relationships, right?
Right.
Because they're like, if I just act super shitty to someone,
it gets back to them. Like
it gets back to you, and like people are gonna know it, and so that already is a de-incentive. So there's some negatives to in person too, and I think that when you meet someone just at a bar,
how long have you been on the apps? So like how long? Like when did you guys first start using the apps?
I think for me it was like last October or something like that.
I got super active again in August-ish.
So I hear like that the phenomenon.
But I've been on them for
from
years.
Ghosting has changed even from the early days of the apps. Like it's gotten
It's gotten much worse.
It's gotten much worse.
Much worse.
I don't feel like anyone ghosted all too much back in the. It still happened from time to time, but like even if you were like there was no romantic vibes or whatever, and you just like clicked with someone on a friendship level, it was likely that you would just like continue talking. But now it's
all.
So I think it's definitely changed, but I also have a very skewed data set for myself because I lost a lot of weight, and so I think I can't tell how much of it changed simply because of my own changes and changes in my life and life circumstance also.
Yeah.
Because it used to be very different in how it used to be, and I think this is why I think I give a pretty unique perspective because I'm older. I'm 33, and so I've seen it change actually in real life and how people change both in real life.
Damn, you're fucking old. 33, bro. Yikes.
Yeah. So so there's that. Hey, it's your prime. So people are saying boomer. Chat doesn't know.
Bro, I'm 32. I'll be 33.
Your 30s are actually, especially as a dude, that's your prime, bro.
30s is great for dudes.
It's so good. You're not running out of time. You're gonna do fine. Your 30s is great. But so I have that, but I actually know the different spectrum of attraction. Like I used to be far less attractive, right? And I'm not saying I'm incredible right now or whatever, but just generally, I felt the difference, and the difference is insane, right? In terms of when you go and lose 100 pounds versus before and after, right? In terms of what your experiences on the apps, what your experiences in dating, and so a lot of my perspective comes from that and the time factor, which both things have changed at the same time.
That makes sense. There's probably a sort of numbness occurring in most people regarding dating apps. Like people used to treat matches with some sort of respect and interest every time, but over time, trying to just keep up with the constant match makes people numb to the human aspect of dating, if that makes sense. I think that does make sense. Like this is what we're circling here.
I feel like this is just everyone's experience. I think it's very much exaggerated in a city like LA where you kind of have infinite options.
LA is like a lot of people and
so if you like went to a Midwest town, I'm sure it's a little bit different. You probably just like circle the same like 300 people or something like that. Compared to here, like I will never like run into the same person again if there's just too many people. But
online dating is hard because they have to find me at least mid before I can use my super good Riz on them. We're gonna check out your profile soon, Nico. You're one of the profile. We'll see how your Riz.
I feel like you can use Riz in your profile as well. I don't know.
I'll say this is that the seeing the other side helps a ton. So I'm very grateful to like me and Rachel, we're best friends, right? So I learned everything about how guys approach and what they do, how they build their profiles.
That's what we want to talk about. I want to get examples of Riz that that both of you have received. So like, what was good Riz?
So learning the other side helps a lot because number one, it helps your confidence because you're like, oh, my competition. Like they're so bad.
I think people would like to hear this. From Rachel. I think Rachel should take the floor here. I want to hear about like. I think chat, because it's mostly guys here, they want to know, first of all, what their competition is like. What are people doing on these apps that's like good or bad? And then like, what is an example of like good Riz that you've received? What's something that's like, no, don't steal this verbatim, by the way. I'm just saying like examples, like I think people want to know because I think people are swimming blind. They don't have a friend who is doing the other side of the apps.
I think this is a little bit difficult because in a lot of these situations, I'm also approaching. I just will shoot my shot and like message people.
You'll message first?
Yeah, all the time.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's uncommon though, right?
That's pretty uncommon. And I'll like sometimes ask people out. Like Magic the Gathering guy. I was like, hey, do you want to play Magic the Gathering? Seems like you like it. Let's go to this card shop and play or whatever. And he was like, sure.
It's like fucking 40 people in here's dream.
Yeah.
They're just praying for someone on the app to message them and say, can we go to a Magic the Gathering tournament together, please? Yeah,
we drafted Karlov Manor, not the best, but
bad set. Bad set. What are you gonna do?
Could have been better, but I don't know because like what Arian says is true. He has like this theory that you kind of have to stand out among other people, and so I think that's why people will, especially guys, will message like insanely sexual or like crazy shit. And I straight up won't respond to that unless I'm really down bad. All right? Admittedly, one time I, scaled a wall and went and hooked up with this guy at 6 a.m. Whatever. But like the chance of that happening is really low.
That's funny.
I think so. Like my profile kind of baits people to talk about Melee. Because it's like I will crush you in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Right. And so right out the gate, if they're like funny and engaging with that. I personally like that. It does kind of get a little bit old, but because everyone,
you've done this,
everyone's
they think it's the first time.
Yeah, everyone is like, oh, it's the first time this girl has ever heard this. It's not. But I think I just pivot directly into like nerd culture ish stuff. So I'll talk about like Melee or Magic or like Hearthstone or something like that. But I don't think I'm like the archetypical girl in that regard.
Sure.
So, like, that's kind of a difficult question for me to answer. Like, what is guy riz? Guy riz to me is, like, when I'm bantering and they banter back and it's not cringe.
Oh, no. The solution is don't be cringe?
Yeah.
Step one.
Chat, yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of rules. Like, dude, I think it's really hard because there's so much learning curve. You have to learn a lot of different things. One of my rules is the best time to respond is immediately. Some people are really weird about it. They're like, you have to match their response rate or stuff like that. It's like, I don't got time for that. I just respond as fast as possible, because what I want is there to be a quick back and forth. Because when there's a quick back and forth, usually after like 5 minutes of that, I can ask them for number, date, and we're good. Like, and I get stuff done much faster. So usually I'm just trying to respond quickly. I'm not overthinking that part.
I think that is really important. When people drag out the talking stage in dating apps, I hate it. Like, there are some guys who message me for like 2 weeks. Paragraphs. Paragraphs. We're writing essays to each other. And it's like, dude. And then we never met.
What?
And it's like, dude.
So what's crazy is when I look at her stuff, it's like paragraphs after paragraphs. And then she looks at my stuff. Mine's like, it's like 7 messages, date, boom,
right.
but mine's very fast. Like, people are like, how it takes you so much time? I'm like, it doesn't actually. Like, it's not that. You can make it much faster because most people just want to see you in person. Like, they actually do.
What causes the paragraph? What leads there? What would you say is the issue with that and where it comes from and like what's going on?
I think the problem is that I will respond to every single point that someone else is making. This is partially my bad. And I've tried to stop doing this, but when you run into someone who does the same thing, all of a sudden you guys are writing walls back and forth at each other. You're like, oh, that's really cool that, like, you think that whatever, blah, 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 blah. I think that this, blah, 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 blah. And then you, like, move point by point by point. But one guy was, like, asking me, like, 7 in-depth questions at a time or whatever, but they were, like, really, like, prying.
Oh, he's, like, doing, like, an interview. He's
yeah. It was, like... It was kind of like the fucking New York Times, like...
the love questions.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. But then he would answer it too. But, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I would have to scroll for, like, 20 seconds on Hinge to, like, get to the bottom of what he was saying. Like, it was... And then it's just, like...
And what is your preferred salary?
I can't, like, fucking respond to this shit. One thing I do... This is actually Guy Riz. Magic the Gathering guy did this. We sent a lot of voice notes back and forth.
Voice notes is... that was my...
That seems like good riz.
Guys, trust me. Voice notes, that's the new meta. Video notes is also kind of nice once you get their number, but voice notes is super strong.
Gives an idea of, where you're at.
Voice notes is incredible.
Tells you way more than text.
Yeah.
Voice notes is big.
Also, you can,
that
like,
sounds great.
ramble, and, like, it's fine, because they can just ignore that
get
part.
something across, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like that a lot, actually, when I'm trying to message people. I should just voice note.
Voice notes are great.
Because I feel like I get across the enthusiasm that I'm trying.
Yes. Also, if you, this is not for dating, but, like, if you ever get into conflict, and you have let's say you have a situation where you want to get a point across. Yeah. I recommend a voice note over
that's what I'm
to get the
saying,
tone across.
yeah.
To get the tone across.
Like,
Getting
if I'm
tone
arguing with
across.
somebody, texting is so bad.
It's really bad. Yeah. It's really bad.
Like people will read it the wrong way.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's the same rules that I have kind of when you meet someone. Is I try to make it as interesting and as emotional as possible. That's like it's just the ultimate key for me. So like, I find something in their profile.
The children
anything.
yearn for a telephone. We're gonna go full circle,
Yeah.
dude. Gen Z is just craving human connection as they get further and further distant from it, and they're just praying to get back to telephone.
They won't answer phone calls, but they will listen to voice notes, which is really funny.
Chat, quick reminder in the middle. If you go to Discord, the Atrioc Discord, I think it's linked below, and go to our new channel on Tinder profile reviews or whatever, you can drop your profile. We're all going to look at them together, and we will give you a review from 2 active daters and someone who's married. So I've I've got it figured out. All right. So it'll be that in like 15 minutes. So if you want to get them in now. Someone asked a good question about the different apps. What's the difference between dating apps in your experience? Hinge versus Tinder versus Bumble versus Grindr in your case.
Whoa, hey, you can't just say that, man. You can't just.
I already told the story. You have been on Grindr.
It was as a social experiment.
As a social experiment.
For like 24 hours.
As a social experiment.
Ish.
He was on Grindr.
You know?
And we'll talk about that maybe
I'm
later. I want to hear
straight,
about.
and there's nothing wrong with being anything else, by the way. Love y'all.
Wow, really
I
powerful of you.
I might be in the minority here, but I like Tinder the best. I just don't like Hinge very much. One, because I don't pay for it, and so I only get 10 swipes a day. I like the UI of it better, but I think that for some reason I'm finding more quality people on Tinder, which is like blowing my mind.
Interesting.
Like people are more willing to meet up, and I don't know. They're also like maybe they're a little bit creepier on average.
On average, more creeps, but you're finding.
Yeah, but like they
more
are.
highs. Okay.
Yeah, the more successful dates that I've had have been from Tinder. I don't think I've gone on a single successful date on Hinge.
So what happens on Hinge? Just messaging back and forth? And
Yeah, it just becomes messaging back and forth.
Interesting.
And then they invite me over to their house and we watch It Follows. And
that was the Hinge date?
yeah, that was like the one Hinge thing I went on.
Wow.
So I use 4 apps right now, it's primarily Tinder and Hinge, and Bumble I hate with a passion, mostly because of what it does. It booms my mental.
What's different about Bumble?
So Bumble, girls have to message first and they have to see it within 24 hours.
I thought that was Hinge. What's Hinge?
No.
Hinge is like Tinder, but you have like more personality sections. So you have like prompts like that are like,
Okay,
this
so it's
is
just
my
Tinder
love
with-
language
okay, I see,
or
I see, I
whatever.
see, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on Bumble, the thing I really don't like is sometimes you get an awesome match and they don't message you. And like over time, like you're like, okay, whatever. Over time it wears me down where I'm like, oh, sweet, because you get the nice notification, nice match. You feel good, you get the dopamine. But then they didn't open the app themselves within 24 hours and you lose an opportunity that you felt like you had. You never really had it, but you know, you felt like it.
They gave you something.
And so for my mental, Bumble's the worst.
I see.
Like it's misery actually, you know? And so I try not to use it. So what I do with Bumble is like once a month,
hated that about
I go on Bumble and I just quickly go and like, I don't pay for Bumble. I just quickly go and just like get some matches and check it in 24 hours, see if they message me, and that's it. But I don't like spend any time or whatever on it. Tinder and Hinge I pay for because I think you kind of have to.
So explain that. People are going to be furious about that.
You have to.
People are going to be furious about having to pay.
Well, you do.
As a guy, you do.
As a guy, you do. As a
As
girl,
a
you don't.
guy, you have to pay.
As a- you have to.
I want
You have
to
to.
understand why. What are they offering? What is the free version?
The free version, you just don't appear in people's searches.
Oh, really? It's like
Pretty much.
It's like
So that sucks. So if you want it to work, you kind of need to pay a bit as a guy.
oh, that's so
Grindr
interesting.
is free. So.
Grindr is free though.
Grindr is free.
So you could try that.
Get out there.
You do have to pay for those two, and they're very popular. I do find Tinder better as well, which is weird.
What does Tinder cost for a guy? What's your? What
I
do you
don't.
pay?
I don't even remember, dude. You know, think I remember these things?
Yeah.
I don't know how to even look it up. Someone look it up.
Someone in chat will know. What's like a what is
I
it?
think you
15
pay-
a month?
You pay for like gold or something probably.
Are you paying for? He's paying for platinum diamond 500 a month.
No, I'm not paying the crazy one. I'm just paying for the one where. So I like the feature where you can see who liked you because it's gold. I think it's gold. I think so. I like that feature because it makes it much quicker. I usually use that instead of going on the swiping itself. Sometimes I swipe, but like I look at that so that I quickly. Oh, they already liked me. and I just look through the list of people who already liked me.
You're looking for qualified
and I
leads
just
here. Okay.
I just quickly get matches.
Yeah, this is a CRM.
This is
CRM. I quickly get matches instead of going on the straight swiping. Again, people's mileage can vary. Everyone in different age groups, attraction levels, different income styles. Like your experience on these apps is going to change a lot based on who you are. And I know that I feel like very well because I was a lot heavier, and so like I know it wasn't like this in a way. But I like paying for them. I think Hinge kind of sucks, but it's good in some ways because like you get people who are very serious, and your response rate's incredible. My match rate and response rate on Hinge is the highest.
Okay.
Than on Tinder. Like Hinge, it's like very high. But the thing, and they always respond to me. Like sometimes on Tinder, you get people. There's a lot more bots on Tinder. You get people and like it matches you with people in other countries.
Is there bots for women on Tinder?
I think, I don't know, but like I would assume that when someone has like a Giga Chad, like every picture is him ripped and he looks like, I don't know, the guy that cuts trees, the lumberjack on TikTok or whatever. I think that those are probably.
That's an Atrioc chatter. That's an Atrioc chatter.
There's tons
they're
of,
out there and they're on the apps.
There's tons of bots and like
and
random.
you've been swiping left on them thinking they're not real. They're
I
out
actually do
there.
swipe left on those people.
Yeah, so
working,
that sucks about Tinder, but Hinge doesn't really have that much stuff. Surprisingly, I don't know how they fixed botting. Like weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they respond to you a lot, right? Like
Well, it totally makes sense. Hinge on free version, you only have 10 swipes a day, and on Tinder you have like a lot.
Yeah. And so that's nice. But the thing with Hinge is getting them to date stage is way harder than Tinder. Because they're so serious. I don't know.
It's just more serious. Is Hinge more for relationships? Like if they're
That's what it's marketed as,
but not
they're
really,
both owned by
bro.
the same parent company.
And
Isn't
people's
Bumble
behavior
is
doesn't
all
actually.
three? Yeah, it's all
people's
match group.
behavior doesn't
Yeah.
actually match that way. Like the coolest, most relationship typey girls have also been on Tinder for me. Everyone's on all of them.
Everyone's on all of
So
them.
like it
Everyone's
doesn't
on all of them,
actually
okay.
turn out that way. But people's behavior on the apps is different because I think on Hinge they have less matches, so they're willing to do paragraphs. And they're harder to get. And sometimes once you even are on the date, they're more guarded and it's like tough to work with.
Note for chat, I guess, is being a paragraph Peter not good.
I think that it should be like your goal. I think for a guy, at least from my experience, is like have a little bit of banter, like suss out that the other person is like normal and cool to you.
Yeah.
Move off the app, and then set up a date like as quickly as you can. And
90% of my dates I set up same day.
Yeah.
As you match them.
Yeah.
So
So a
banter,
huge piece of advice
nice
is
to meet you, let's-
when you match, immediately send, because that means, well, especially if they matched with you, that means they're on the app right now.
Yeah.
So send something quick, and you want the number one thing you want more than any paragraphs and big responses is you want back and forth.
Yep.
You back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're the only person they're talking to right now. And then once from that, you get their number as quickly as you can, and then from the number you ask for a date within not that long. That's the way I do it.
Yeah.
I know other people have different methods and ways of doing it.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that
got
makes
their own
sense.
riz, but
I think the barrier to entry to like meet the person just needs to be really low, and so you need to make it like not a grueling process to meet, and the paragraphs make it like I have to do homework in order to meet you, and I don't want to.
yeah, it has to be fun. It has to be fun and easy.
Yeah, keep it fun. All right.
Fun and light
Both
and
sides.
easy.
How long do you take to decide which way to swipe on a profile? How long are you thinking? Is it instant? Is it?
No, I'm pretty quick, and then I unmatch with people if I'm like, ooh.
Wow, that's crazy.
What do you mean? Like you
So,
just
like, I'm
swipe it
going
and then
quick,
later you go
and
back?
Then sometimes when I match with
You
people,
do a
I'm like,
second phase.
like I'm like, oh yeah, because it's faster that way.
I don't do that. I guess this is a good time to get into like my preferences so that I can clear
Ooh, everyone
up.
get your pitchforks out.
Yeah, I want to say that your Reddit chat said that I was
guys.
problematic.
Yeah, this is fucked
Problematic.
up. I told a story about our conversation in the car, and I said she's like 5'10". You're 5'10", right?
I'm 5'10".
So she wanted a guy that's taller than her. And I said she gets a lot of hate from that. Like people get triggered by it and get really mad at her. And instead of like learning from my message, you proved her point exactly. And then we had like a highly upvoted subreddit like Rachel's problematic. She hasn't even been on the stream yet. And you guys were like fucking mad at her.
Yeah,
It's pissing me off.
The main thing they were mad at her is that like I guess they thought that she goes and tells people, "Hey, I hate your short ass." She's not doing that.
She's not swiping right on a short guy and be like, "Hey, bitch."
Yeah, I want to clarify that like so on Tinder specifically, I can like see the centimeters or whatever. Mine's in centimeters, not heights in inches. I don't know, feet in inches. But I look at that, and if it's like under a threshold that like I don't think is gonna work for me, I just swipe left. And I've never ever asked someone what their height is. If they don't have their height listed, and I go out on a date with them, which has happened by the way, and it's just like it doesn't click or I don't like find them physically attractive or something like that, I'm just cordial and I'm like, hey, it wasn't for me if they ask or whatever. Otherwise, like
that's fine.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's problematic to like want someone. By the way, I'm bisexual and I also would only date women taller than me. So, fuck you.
The short queen's now really pissed off. Now you really fucking.
Now you got them both.
Now the Reddit's gonna be furious. You mess with the short queens.
Found a way to piss everyone off.
We're gonna have a fucking problem. Cancel her again.
Double cancel. Am I like uncanceled?
Cancel. No, double. It's double.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I don't take very long to swipe, but I always check like I just go through all their photos, and then I check their height. And if it's like on the cusp or the fence, then I'll check their profile, like their whatever they say in their bio.
So okay, so you're not even looking at the bio.
Sometimes I am not looking at the bio.
Just skipping the bio until you get.
If I find them physically attractive enough, I will skip the bio, and then if it turns out they're like really fucking crazy, and I like look at their bio later, I just unmatch them.
I do bio on second check. Basically after.
So you're going pure physical appearance,
and then but I unmatch a lot, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the way I do it.
I see. Interesting. Chat. Any more questions? We might do a. Wait, I feel like all my female friends talk about disliking when men try to talk to them in bars, social situations. Do you think that gets better after initial pressures or more vibes based?
Okay, so my strat with bars and in person has changed, and it's been working really well.
Okay, what's your strat?
I don't do what I used to do. So before I used to be insanely direct, and now because the meta has changed, I've changed. You gotta adjust to the meta. That's what you gotta do in gaming.
You're speaking Katarina mid now, dude. Everything's fucking changing.
This is it just changed. So the way I do it now is they don't even know I'm hitting on them.
That's actually true. The girl at Chipotle had no idea, but I did because
she's been around me
about Chipotle orders.
She's been around me. So basically, I first of all,
silent snake method.
when I walk into a bar, the first person I talk to is usually a guy. That's one of my strats.
I see.
So I get
your grinder date, and then you move over.
You gotta get the grinder date first. No. I do that for social momentum, right? Like
always have a backup.
You want to just like get vibes right in the place. Just look like you're trying to make friends. Try to be a nice, friendly guy. And then because I'm genuinely just trying to meet people and see what's up, and I'm not, like in a desperate spot where I like need her to say yes. I just want to be in a spot where I don't feel like I'm putting them on a spot where like they have to answer like, yeah, I like you. Like I don't want them to ever feel that vibe.
Right.
And so I'm not even giving off that vibe. And I'm just out there being like, oh, what are you doing? What's going on? Like literally just, it seems friendly, but and it is.
Yeah.
But also like, I'm doing things that are going emotional. And like, you know what I'm saying? Basically the ways that ramp them up, but like they don't even know I'm really hitting on them, and then like I go somewhere else.
Nice to meet you. I'm just vibing. By the way, is your dad dead, or do you have any personal trauma?
Oh my god, I've done that once. I've done dad dead before. You remember that?
Yeah. Actually,
oh, that's crazy. That's a good story.
I will say the one time someone hit on me in person in a club, his opening line was, "Are you Jewish?" And I said no, and then I said, what's your follow up? And he's like, oh, I don't have one.
He opened with, "Are you Jewish?"
Yeah, that was his. Yeah,
that was his riz.
Then he asked me if I did OnlyFans, so I don't know.
The big two question.
But this method of this method of like basically just not looking like you're hitting on them is, I think, refreshing for a woman, and also it is really effective because they're like, oh, this guy's just a super nice, charming guy. Also, they're like always thinking about, does he like me? They're thinking in the back of their head, and you're not answering that question.
Yeah.
You know, and
Keeping that.
keeping that,
games,
yeah,
Mind
keeping that a little
games,
bit,
good.
keeping that. I wouldn't call it manipulative. I wouldn't use the word
Be
manipulative.
manipulative.
You know, but
Mind
keeping that
game.
secretive.
I see. People
Usually
G.
at the end of the encounter, they ask me for my number.
Be coy.
Right? Whereas like on an app, I always ask for their number, right?
Right.
In person, it ends up being the other way around. Where I'm just like,
Emotional
oh, like, you know,
edging.
whatever happens here, whatever. Yeah, no, it's not gaslight
I
gatekeeping.
do think it is off-putting if I know a guy is only talking to me to like get my number or something like that. If like he's engaging with me in such a way that I feel like he's talking to me like I am a human, then I prefer that.
Given the two options, I
Yeah.
prefer to be treated like a human.
Yeah, and that's
Alright,
key. It's like,
interesting.
hey, I actually care about that person. Also, I genuinely don't care if like anything happens out of that conversation. I genuinely like when I'm talking to them in that real life situation, I have other things I could
Yeah.
like. I legitimately do not care.
Yeah.
So it's not just like I'm not like being manipulative or like pretending here. I straight up don't care.
I think
and I just think, hey, you're
a numbers game
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
of practice here
Yeah.
that you no longer feel individually tied to one attempt.
No. And
You're
so
one-
for me, it's like, hey, I'll start caring once I start liking you, and I don't like you yet. And I think the thing that gets people miffed about it is that like someone's giving off vibes that they super like you for when they don't know you yet, you know? And I think that's like that itself and is
Well, that's
kind of
just-
weird.
That in general, it's kind of weird.
Right,
a
and
little
it's like, well,
psychopathic,
but you don't know that person
you
yet,
gotta
so
work up to it.
why do that? And I think for a lot of people, having more experience and having more successes gets them out of that zone, right? When people are usually ridiculously desperate, it's when they've got nothing going on and they haven't for a while, and they're like, bro, this would be awesome, and she actually is talking to me, like all that stuff, like, bro, you gotta.
There's something beautiful in that. Man, it's I feel bad for someone who's out there, you know, they're like getting hyped up, they're trying to get a date, they finally found a good match, and it's just like so soul crushing.
Yeah, there's something
sounds-
beautiful about that. It sucks, right? But I think ultimately, you know,
You ever seen that meme? It's not a meme, it's like the macro of the girl upside down with her phone and the guy singing, they're both smiling.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a beautiful story? What is that in life? You know, what happened to that? Or
it's on the internet. It's the meme you described. That's the only place it is, dude. What are you talking about? I think, like, look, I agree with you, and I think so. This is a general thing when we're talking about like how this stuff affects you. If I'm being honest, like, I think I'm worried about is like, a lot of this dating stuff. I am very open to a long-term relationship. I would love to meet wifey, right? It'd be awesome, right?
Sure.
And sometimes I worry with a lot of this stuff that because of the behaviors that these like the ecosystem has kind of made me adjust to,
Sure.
that my standards have changed and I made it more close. I made it more difficult for myself, not because of any bad reasons, but like legitimately like I sometimes think I'm like, what would it take for a girl to become that girl? And it's hard, right, for me to get to that point. Not that I think I wouldn't. There has been, like in the last 6 months, like a girl where I was like, okay, it's possible, but
There's like two,
and that's a very small percentage, right? And so ultimately, I think the percentage would be higher if the ecosystem was different for me, right?
Interesting.
So it's still really hard to find long term. I think people find that across the board is that the long term can be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen that it's trending down. People are more quick to jettison relationships, even after a couple dates or whatever. Like, there's the level of commitment is really frayed. Is my understanding, to the point where people, you know, they just feel free, even like deeper into a relationship, feel just like just cutting it loose.
Yeah.
And moving back out there, which can be hard.
I mean, for a lot of people, like whoever they're dating, they're competing with having the opportunity to be with like 7 girls at one time.
Infinite
right? Yeah, you know, and that is like a ridiculous bar that people didn't have to clear before.
Right.
People didn't have to beat that bar. That's a hard bar to beat.
Yeah.
Right. And
well,
so,
also because, you know, a real person that you've been dating for a while has flaws no matter what they are.
Yeah.
But like the potential people that you could beat, they're all perfect.
Grass is always greener.
Like they're all awesome.
yeah,
They're, you know,
exactly. I'll find the one who will put up with everything.
So I mean, and here's the thing. Like, I also think that a lot of what we're saying is biased towards certain percentiles, right? Like of attractiveness and stuff.
Sure.
Because this is the one thing I have experienced. It's like it was such a different experience. It was so hard to get any matches or anything back in the day. It was tough. I was still dating. I had a girlfriend. I still
talk
did
through
okay.
that. Talk through what it was like whenever.
Yeah, people in chat have been talking about it, so I want to clear it up. Like basically, it's the difference between hard mode and easy mode. Is the way I'd put it.
People beat Dark Souls all the time.
You can beat hard mode. Like I got extremely attractive girlfriend. At least I found her extremely attractive when I was pretty big, right? And so it's possible.
Is this the?
Yeah.
I liked her.
I did too.
I liked her a lot.
Yeah, it was great. But anyway,
no, I don't want to.
don't do that, dude.
But Blur's talked about this woman, and she's like the one that got away.
All right, bro.
So it was such a beautiful, heartwarming story. It made me really respect Blur.
Oh man.
So
I'm not someone like I want to make people clear. I would love a loving, caring relationship and all that stuff. But you know, I met her in that part of my life. And I think that later, you know, with more optionality, it's actually made it kind of harder because of the what we talked about before.
Right.
But nonetheless, it was very different, right? Basically, I had to do well on the shots I was given when I was heavier and whatever.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I could have done better even then. Like, even if I didn't lose weight, I could have been grooming better. I could have been dressing better. I could have been doing a lot of things to make my
just like little signals that you give a shit,
better.
I guess.
Yeah, my pictures could have been better. Like all that stuff, I could have done better at that point. But it kind of goes hand in hand, right? Like I didn't do that stuff better because, like, I wasn't working out. And I wasn't doing that stuff because I didn't care about my appearance, right? It just wasn't something I cared about. I wasn't like a super like dark depresso mode. My personality didn't change very much. I'm the same guy pretty much, right?
Sure. I mean, I will say,
it's not like I got more charismatic.
I would come by Blur's desk where he would stay all hours of the day, and he would be sitting there listening to a 32-track playlist of just Big Sean's Blessings.
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
That was the only song playing 30 times in a row on loop. And, you know, I guess you would be next to the snack thing and you'd be eating snacks. You'd be just chilling. Like, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
And so I do think you are different. I mean, you're the same person personality-wise, but, like, you didn't give one shit about, like, you cared about Melee.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And you were a homie. But that's like what your priorities were.
for sure. But I didn't care about my appearance, not a bit. And but I still like. It's not like my. I don't think my charisma or maybe my game or whatever. I got more experience. That happened, but I don't think I improved in that respect that much. It was mostly my appearance change, so I know that as like a common variable of what makes a difference. But yeah, the way I just describe it is just it's hard mode versus easy mode, and when it starts becoming easy mode, it gets real easy.
Sure.
And so like I'm curious how people who are hotter than me, there's plenty of people who are hotter than me, like what their lives are like. You know, what are they doing? What's going on, bro?
Oh, you can find them on Grindr, I'm sure. Now.
Yeah, get on Grindr, bro. I'll get back
what are they doing? You know.
All right, well, let's see some of these hot people. We're gonna check out Atrioc chatters, the hottest people in the world. I'm gonna pull open some profiles here, and we're gonna do a little profile review. We have so many.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Okay. How do I? There. We'll just start
this
with
guy's a video.
This guy's got a video.
Can you?
This is I'm sorry. Yeah.
No. This part is.
Yeah, you keep doing that, dude.
So I can, but I have to. There we go.
Okay.
All right. First guy's name is Brendan, and he's got a pretty beast mustache.
All right. Mustache guy. Mustache guy.
That's in right now. All the ladies love the mustache.
Mustaches are in.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's huge. You should see like the TikToks of like girls fiending over men with mustaches.
I've literally never done a mustache.
And like mullets.
Yeah, I should see those TikToks. That's what I should do with my day.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're so.
Oh yeah.
I'm busy on Grindr.
Dude talks like he's so fucking busy.
It's
crazy. Bro.
I am busy.
Orgasming over Zayn videos and then orgasming just in general.
I live a sick life. You say that like that's bad. That's awesome. Also,
there's
dude,
more
you
to
cut
life
me
than
off
that.
on the
There's more to
stream,
life than
dude.
that.
Like, come on.
Blur, you're a
me
bit
on
out
the
of frame.
cam.
I'm gonna try if I can fix this.
Yeah, you definitely can fix this. It's really easy.
Don't tell me what I can do. All right, I'm the content creator.
You're also out of frame.
Yeah, I'll get him framed though. Damn, I really okay. Well, that's.
Did we scooch?
That's my streamer.
That's how we have to.
Is this
go.
intimate now?
Yeah, we'll get a little
Wow.
closer.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna get a little bit closer. And
Family portrait, guys. Smile.
Brendan's profile, mustached up. Instead of grabbing drinks, let's go on a hike, movie night at home, grab drinks anyways. Okay.
I like that's funny.
Wait, can you
Go back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's fast.
I'll fall for you if you sing my favorite songs with me.
Okay.
He's agnostic.
Okay.
Wow, doesn't believe in Christ. That's a deal breaker for me right there.
Capricorn. Ooh, just kidding.
Yeah, you're big.
I don't know.
Oh. Leaked.
It's not leaked. It's not leaked.
Well, I can't. What else does he say?
That was his profile.
Well, no, the bottom half looks. This is
Wait,
important.
cut off. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know what she's doing with the bottom half.
Wait.
Okay, guess where this photo was taken?
It's going so fast. I can't.
Quit complaining. All right, you guys
I like
are a bunch
this
of.
photo.
His third.
Shows your drip, and also it's a full body pic. And
Dude,
also
his third picture is in his freaking bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that one I don't like. I like.
You like
the one-
this-
Dude, there's
I
a
like-
guy pissing in the background.
There's a guy pissing in the
I
background.
actually,
Is this
I
serious?
do like that one. That's funny.
Okay,
What is
that's
going on in
crazy.
this photo?
This is
There's
who
just
wore
so
it
much-
better, you and I guess a friend.
This is.
Masked up in the bathroom while somebody's pissing, who you captured candidly.
That guy is not consenting to that. That's not okay, bro.
I think that's funny, but I think most women would not like this.
No.
I don't know how any way to do this. Whatever.
Did you wash your
I'll
hands?
keep it on you guys because
Yeah,
you
it
guys
says
are.
please wash your hands,
Yeah.
bro.
This you got to take this one off.
You might want.
You have to.
This year, I really want to touch grass more.
Okay, so you're telling people that you don't
Yeah,
touch
kinda stuff like
grass,
don't touch grass.
which is not attractive.
I thought I deleted this one, and this is what's your vibe today? Pick your makeup style, bestie.
Dude, this is an Atrioc viewer.
Well, yes, and proud. Question. Let's make sure we're on the same page about who should own the means of
A little
production.
politics, a little
A
politics.
little politics.
I like
Okay.
that.
Okay. All right. I sense I can understand who you think should own it.
He's look. At least you're doing a brand. You're doing goofy,
You are doing a brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
liberal. Like I'm
Yeah.
I'm this type of guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll wear this. I'll do this. Like this is me. This is who I am.
Okay.
So you're hitting. At least he's hitting the brand right. Like there's gonna be some girls who are definitely like into this vibe in particular. You know.
I think the only thing I would remove is the bathroom picture. The rest of this is fine.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like traditionally like how you want to have the most success, but you will get a certain type of girl.
This is funny, but like I think that. Okay, yeah, I guess like, are you looking to attract as many women as possible? If so, remove
oh, absolutely.
this.
Remove the whole thing,
If
yeah.
you're looking for your wife, keep this.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for in a wife, but yeah, I mean, you're not dressed
like
particularly
bathroom
well in any of these, and you know, these are not like professional pictures. So this breaks like every rule, but it does
Wait, can you go back to the
it in a
top?
way that's kind
Can
of
I
cute.
say- oh,
So
No, can you go
I
all
feel
the
like
way up?
one of these photos. Sorry, it's 6 foot. It's fine. It's 6 foot.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
calm down.
stop.
Calm down.
All the way up. Fuck you.
that's what she was looking at.
She was like, please
She's
go
like,
back out.
come on.
I missed
I want to
it.
look at this first picture because I didn't remember.
Okay. I think his first picture is great. Wait, what's the
He has kind eyes in that.
He's got kind eyes.
I would replace this one with the kite one. I think the kite one's your best picture.
The kite one. That's this one.
Yeah, that's you are smiling.
Yeah, it's a good photo.
Like you're out in the wild. There's a kite. It's cool.
Can I say that
composition.
none of these photos show a group at all? It would be kind of cool to see
Well,
that you
the
got
bathroom
friends.
one,
The
dude.
bathroom one. I don't
He
think
has
that's a friend in
friends
the.
in
I
the
think there's
bathroom.
one person.
Yeah. I mean, and he does say sometimes with weed right on there. He's
Where?
giving a vibe off. You know what I'm
Giving
saying?
a weed vibe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, of course,
Yeah,
but that's
you-
fine.
Which is good.
You
This
look
is
like a stoner, but it's fine.
yeah.
People. Yeah, there's female
And
stoners, dude.
I smoke weed, so bless
Congrats.
up.
Damn, you're cool,
Wow.
dude. Holy shit.
So bless
I didn't know you
up.
were a chiller like that. Dude, blessings on blessings.
Bless up. But
Yeah. All right. So overall, not bad though, right? This guy's.
Yeah, no, I think that this is a really solid profile picture. or
So,
profile.
quick question: if you are this profile, this is Brendan. I don't know if you're in chat and you wanna, dude. I would love to fix this fucking camera because I can't. I'm not even on fucking camera. I would love to say, what is your experience like on the apps? You know, how are you? How has this been working for you? Are you having problems? What's your? It's me. It's in chat. Zoom and crop? No, it's not fucking zoom and crop, dude. Don't fucking tell me. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
just make a new source, bro.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're gonna copy and paste from this source.
No, I'm just gonna add it right here. We're just gonna fucking add it
Oh,
right
bro,
here,
That's actually a good idea.
and we'll just keep our full screen, and then
crazy.
wham bam, and then
Wham
I'm gonna
bam, thank you, ma'am.
look at this. Now look at me fucking go, dude. This is why.
Dude, that's our streamer.
Oh my
Don't put it over my face. No, dude. No, dude.
Perfect.
That's
Perfect.
good. That's good.
I'll just put it right there. I mean, okay. She's in chat, so we didn't get to see what he said, but he was in chat and he said what? If you come back, you come back. We'll see. Brandon reminds me of me if I smoked pot. I mean, he gives off pot smoker vibe. But that's not a bad thing.
It's like if you're looking for that, that's fine.
You smoke pot.
Yeah, it's basically the advice is, if you want to attract the most people, there's a lot of things you should change. If you want to like do this brand and get a specific type of girl, then do this, and you'll get less matches, but
all right.
You'll get some of them.
He says bathroom pick is a throw. I get that.
That one, even if you're going for the brand, that one's just bad. You got to get that one out of there.
He says, I only ever get matches on Hinge. Tinder sucks. But the only people I meet up with are on Bumble.
Okay.
He can come on Discord to talk if we want to ask him questions. But we can also keep
can't hear
people.
But
Yeah,
they won't be able to hear you. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. I think your profile's pretty good, bro. But apparently he needs more help. I mean, I don't know. Like, honest advice. If you're really trying to fucking boost this guy's chances,
if he's getting that few matches, then he should change.
you got to change it. If it's not working,
I would say that like the first picture is a good selfie, but it shouldn't be your opener. I think that you look like you smoked a lot of weed in this photo.
Please call it like you see it. All right, that's what real
bottom line.
And
you
I
don't
think
need fucking niceties. All right?
I think
so this guy,
that the photo with the kite is really good because it's just like a good composition for the photo, and like you're smiling and you look like you're active, and like it's your best photo.
Yeah, and there's a lot of weed smokers in Washington. You're gonna find some people like that, but the main thing is that like you have to feel like you have to understand what the personality you're giving off is. Is it like your life? Is like, because that's what this is what the vibes you're giving off. And so it's like, what else is there about you? What things do you like to do? What is your what's like
That
your
is
lifestyle?
true.
What's your right now? All I'm getting is
that you like to smoke weed.
weed guy who doesn't like to go outside, right? And so it's like, if that's the vibe you're trying to give off, God bless. But you're also way hotter than you're making yourself look. So you should try that too.
Your last photo should be higher up too, because that's a
This
good
one?
photo. Yeah, that's a good photo.
Like,
Really?
I like that photo.
like
I feel like I hate this photo. If I was
This
a woman.
guy's 6 foot. I think his face is pretty good. Like, if he dressed different and changed up, I don't know how he lives his life. He would crush.
I don't think your advice should be that they should change.
Change themselves sometimes. Sometimes.
Like, I feel like you should get advice within like the construct of like who they are as a human.
I'm not saying don't smoke weed or any of that stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying more like if you just switch up your fashion, like a little bit more onto like haircut and like how you're presenting on this, like you're just gonna do better. You can still smoke weed.
I like this guy, the first photo.
This
dude's my chiller, dude.
Yeah, dude, he'll be
you
your
know what?
friend.
I would VIP this guy,
He'll
but
be
this
your
guy,
friend.
But you're not trying to. Like,
I guess I'm not trying to
smash
fuck him,
Yeah,
dude. But I was just
bro.
like, this guy's a chiller, bro. He's a big chiller. And then I think this guy I would think is annoying at a party.
That could be a thing, yeah.
That's so funny. I just different vibe, but I'm not. Don't take my advice. I'm not dating anybody. You're good. Let me switch scenes here. Wait. Let me hide this, and then let's bring up another profile because we want to give other people some chances. So, how about?
Oh, this guy's tryharding.
We got to try hard.
We got to try hard on our hands.
We got to try hard on our hands.
We got to try hard on our hands.
How do I want to do
this
this?
is gonna be annoying.
Don't.
Dude.
Oh, I'm actually.
Dude. Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna go scene 2. Fuck it. I just won't be in the fucking frame, dude.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is Kale. Pros: I'll listen to you when you complain. I'll get sushi with you, even though I hate sushi. I like pretty much all music. Cons: I work too hard and I care too much. My swag too different. I went to the Taylor Swift movie and I was the only guy there. Okay.
Okay, dude.
Him with a kid. Oh, giving off.
He's giving vibes.
Family vibes. Kind of crazy at 22. Okay. Previous relationship or sister?
Probably sister.
Okay.
They're both blonde.
Okay.
Ooh, that pick.
I like the toothpick.
This is a good pick.
I like the toothpick. Traveling videographer and animator, lives in Minneapolis. Okay. Fully doxing him. Spotify anthem Jack Harlow combo meal. Okay. This is him with a bunch of tickets. I get it.
Cute. What is that?
This one's you really sick. I guess.
Giving blood or something?
Oh, giving blood maybe.
Okay.
And then outdoor.
He likes
fucking
being
hiking
outdoors,
pic. I like
yeah.
that. Okay.
Okay, cool.
What do you guys think? Initial
I
reactions.
think the ticket picture should be higher.
The picture's actually really good.
I think the ticket picture is the best picture and it's the most intriguing. It's also mysterious, so people will swipe more. I think that the hospital one might be a throw.
You gotta go. I gotta go.
It does give off crazy vibes.
It gives off. I don't know what the fuck
Like,
this
you
guy's
can't-
on about.
I understand what you're trying to do here. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Crazy throw, bro. You're throwing here.
I just feel like this might not be the one.
I like
That's
this.
a good pick.
I like this.
That's a good pick, bro.
But Rachel doesn't seem to like it. She doesn't like it.
I think that
He doesn't
he's
like
a little
it.
scruffy.
You know the scruff? It's a bad boy look.
It's a
All right?
bad
This
boy
guy's got a
look.
toothpick in.
But his brand is all over the place.
He'll watch Atrioc
Yeah.
streams
He's got
with
the
you.
clean cut family guy at the beginning, and then he got the bad boy here, and then he's got
I think
like
that's a good photo for what it's worth. I don't like the facial hair, but that's like a personal choice. I think that's a good picture, and you should keep it though.
Yeah, it seems good.
I think that this one is also fine, but also it depends what the fuck you're looking for.
if you're looking for a wifey, this is great.
yeah, if
you're not-
if you're looking to like smash girls as much as Arian is, don't. Put
Well, Tag, all right. I didn't say that.
wait, no, scroll down to the third one. It's the one.
Wait. Chat. I am Kale. I have had the most dates come from talking about the hospital picture.
That's crazy.
That makes sense. It's interesting. So, like, the interesting thing is good. It's just, it's weird, right? It's what I've been talking about before is, like, it's interesting. But you have to understand is you'll probably get less swipes on it because of this picture. But the people who do swipe are interested.
Actually,
So-
the 22-year-old demographic might be something.
What up,
that,
Big L?
Like,
Streaming. I'm live. Yeah, I'm coming to the game. That's till 7, right?
What time do you think it is right now?
4:44. 6:40. It's 6:40? Are you smoking dick? Wait, like my computer says 4:44.
that's 6:40.
Oh, fuck. I don't know my computer. I've been sitting here fucking eyeballing the time. I'm like, I got 2 hours, bro. Ah, shit.
It.
What? Well, I'll just meet you. Where are you at? Just say the address right now.
Where exactly are you?
Okay, I'll just meet you there. Okay. All right. Fuck. All right. Sheesh. Wow. What a crazy. All right. Talk to you soon. That is crazy. Damn. You guys can prove. You guys can at least vouch.
It does say 4.
It says 4:44.
It does say 4:44.
But I'm
say
also
that.
noticing it's not moving. Is that?
That's not normal. I think time stops in this room.
Is it just 4:44?
No, it's 6:42.
I think my computer's just frozen.
Is this a pirated version of Windows?
Who do you work for? Wow, what the fuck? Well, we're not gonna. That means you guys have to come back. You guys have to come back. We'll do a Tinder review after your 7 dates. You guys have to do 7 days. You come back next week. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You didn't even scratch the surface.
Yeah.
We didn't scratch the surface.
You have no idea.
There's so I wanted to get into the grinder stuff. I wanted to get into so
there's
much.
so much
You're
more.
not even close.
But
You don't. The stories we have are.
yeah, we didn't do any of this. We were like doing the intro. I feel
We
like
basically just introed
Dude,
it.
I thought we had 2 more hours. I don't know what
dumb.
what the fuck happened. That's crazy.
Why didn't you
Anyway, we're gonna do
Go.
You want to take over?
No, just for a little bit, because I think there should be a part 2. Right.
I mean, you guys can chill for a bit, but I don't want them to feel like they have to.
Entertain the.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
Do you want to jump on, babe?
Like, do you need?
I guess I have
That's
to go. Is the thing. It's
Yeah,
now 7
you
o'clock
have to
game.
go.
I'm actually so late. Oh, that's throwing me off so much.
Good
But I
lord.
want to be here for the stories.
Well, I mean.
Well, I mean, we can come back or something.
You guys have to
Sign-off.
come back.
This is a sign.
Well,
Chat, please tell Rachel and Blur to come back and that you enjoyed this segment.
It's
Did you guys enjoy the segment?
please let us know.
Were we not cringe?
All right, it wasn't cringe. It was hype. We got.
Am I double canceled?
A quadruple cancel.
The chat.
I think it was a blast, and I feel like we didn't
They're
get to any of
saying
like all the things I wanted to get to. So
and chicken wings.
Yeah. I would
it's
love
still
to tell-
4:44. This whole how did I
Yeah.
not notice? It's been the same time every time I check.
The fact that you never noticed is
I just
actually
kept
kind of
checking, we're good, we have
insane.
plenty of time.
You're like, oh, it's 4:44 still?
Yeah.
Damn, time's passing real
That's
slow.
crazy.
You're not that far though. You'll be fine.
Well, there's traffic though.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
There's no
You're
good.
traffic.
Good thing you
There's no
called.
traffic anymore.
It is a good thing he called, man. I would
If you
have.
didn't call, I mean, none of us knew.
I was just missing.
I said it's 4:44,
What's Friday?
so I mean,
Check, I want to see
All right,
it.
chat. I
I'm
gotta
so
dip. I
curious.
mean, you guys know press stop for me when you're done.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Appreciate
so
it.
we
Sorry.
don't say stories. So
I mean,
I
you
don't
guys
up
save
to
them.
you
I
guys.
haven't talked to chat,
I
but
feel
save
like
some
you
shit. I want.
kind
We're
of
gonna.
have
Okay.
to be
Okay.
here for these stories. It's only 25 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be
he won't.
fine.
Yeah,
He'll
I
be
think.
fine.
I don't think we should continue. I just took over so we could sign off.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's perfect.
Like any last minute stuff. Like, I hope you weren't right in the middle of something here.
We
I was-
kind of were, but I think that, yeah, we should just.
I was
probably-
playing Bellatra, so I was distracted.
Ari Balatro stream.
No, because I'm a Switch player.
Oh, you only play on Switch?
But so I can sit on the couch. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What deck are you running right now?
Right now, I'm trying to just beat it on yellow because Brandon
Okay.
said yellow's the easiest.
Okay.
Okay. So-
Yellow's not. Checkered is the easiest.
Checkered is.
yeah,
Checkered
if
is
you
free.
have checkered.
Oh, you haven't gone down.
No, I haven't gone
okay,
checkered.
okay,
I'm
okay.
barely like in black.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Stakes.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So you're going up instead of going wide. Like you're going.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to just do because I don't know if you guys know, but there's like a thing that I accidentally hit that you can like unlock everything.
Yes, you unlocked everything.
Yeah, but like on another profile, so I just started a new one because I thought that
One.
was so lame.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to like for real
Oh,
beat
there's
it.
a button for that?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's not on PC or
Oh, there is a button for that.
it's
Wait,
called like
really?
reveal or something.
Yeah, I didn't press it because
Oh, I didn't know
I'm
that
trying to do it.
existed.
I was like,
real.
"What's that?" And I pressed it, and it unlocks every single thing, like all the decks, all the difficulties. Except the only thing, it doesn't complete the challenges, but it unlocks them.
That's kind of cool that they give you the option for that, though, I think. Like, for accessibility.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you're like,
If you don't have all the time to
Also,
grind.
They should have probably, like, said, hey, are you sure you want to press this? Like,
they should because
Yeah.
like this will basically have 100% completion, and like that's super lame to me.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
we should be looking there, right?
I know.
Also, I think there's an update. Anyone notice?
There's an update for it?
Yeah, I just downloaded it. I think.
Oh, balance up change?
Yeah, I think like whatever enhancement gives like the 30 chips thing, it's like 50 now.
30 chips for what?
Oh,
Like
the one
I think it's like
where-
foil or something.
Yeah.
Like a Joker
yeah.
foil, it gives you like extra 30 chips.
Oh.
But now it's like 50.
Oh, so they made the game easier.
I think so. I don't know if anyone can verify
I think
that.
already was how
Okay.
it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, maybe I'm crazy, but I swear it used to say 30 chips and now it says 50 chips.
Gotcha.
It might.
That's one of the updates.
It might be that they updated it for Switch.
Okay, you think like only idiots play on Switch?
No.
Okay.
I think only really smart, talented people play on Switch. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, people are saying it's always 50, but I swear that it would say 30 on Switch. Like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah, I think that probably Switch is just a little bit slower.
Okay.
I think you're fine.
Anyways, hello.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
Well,
Switch
about the
updates
update.
might come later, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess,
Dating,
I don't know.
huh?
This, dating,
Exciting.
huh?
So exciting.
So excited. You haven't done it in forever.
I have not. It's been like
Yeah.
12 years, so I
Did
do.
you ever use dating apps?
No, because they didn't exist.
Ah.
12 years ago. Hello, smartphone.
That's right.
Like I remember, like people had the My Touch.
How much does the stream know about like how you guys met and stuff? Have you
I
guys
think they know everything except that like Brian lies about everything.
Okay.
Nice.
Boo, how did Adrian?
The juice.
I will say that. I guess I don't know. It was all organic, you know.
It's all
I don't know
organic.
about you, how you guys are. Like I don't know if you're actively looking for someone or you're just like dating just to do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Both? Is it
Did you
possible?
Did
to
you
both?
address this already? I'd like I said,
Kind
I
of.
wasn't paying
I
attention.
think. I don't know. Both. Like, I think that my perspective is when you're like specifically looking to like date, like you're only looking for long-term relationships,
Yeah.
you put a lot of pressure on.
You get depresso
That's
mode
true.
Yeah.
because you end up getting ghosted, flaked.
You get attached.
You
to
get
the
bad.
stakes.
You get the stakes,
yeah.
and then I mean, my biggest moments of sadness were because of when I was really into someone and then like it didn't work out.
Yeah, I think
Very early on, you know. So
Yeah.
Did you guys reveal your age? Is that something you're okay with?
yeah, I'm 33.
I
Okay.
don't think that I did, but
Okay.
I would love to chat guesses before.
Oh, let's guess Rachel's age. I don't know how to do a poll, so just spam it.
bait, but I actually love playing this game.
I think I feel that too, like as a Latina, you know. Well, I think you're like half or something.
I'm not, but
Oh.
it's very funny.
Okay, it's because your parents. Yeah, I get confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 27.
Okay, they're saying 27.
Yeah, but they got about it right.
Well,
Most
someone
people.
said 35.
That's crazy.
talking about-
Well, you know.
Said 81.
Well, okay. Well,
I look really great for 81.
I think the reason they're asking too is because I don't know if you guys are affected by like as you get older, there's like pressure to like settle down and like find somebody, you know.
I think,
But I guess you're pretty young,
more
so.
pressure for me than,
Yeah, like,
than for him. Because like you could
biological
be like 40 and find some 30-year-old.
Yeah, you could be like a sugar daddy,
Exactly.
I don't want to be a sugar daddy.
a glucose
No,
guardian,
thanks.
perhaps.
There's still like there's a timeline for both genders, but yeah, I mean I don't feel it yet, but like I probably will in
You don't
like,
feel the squeeze.
probably when I was like in 7 years ish, probably like around 40, I'd be like, yikes, I gotta make some moves if that's what I want. But I don't like if nothing ever happens for me and I stay single for life. I don't think it'd be like some great tragedy.
Yeah, so you're not like afraid of dying alone?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I feel like dating with intent to find someone long term is definitely cool, but you have to make sure not to be too attached to like the outcome, because then I think you kind of scare people away if you're scared. Like if you're operating out of fear that like,
yeah, 'cause
someone is
people
gonna like
smell
be
that, right?
leaving, then yeah, like
So the some of the worst ones I've had were women in their older 30s, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like basically
She was like freaking out.
they put a lot of pressure on it because they clearly made it clear to me that that like their next relationship has got to be their last relationship.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
And it's like,
Holy
yo, I
shite.
don't know you yet. Like, I don't know anything. I don't. Like, you could chill out. And like, that's happened to me a few times. And so like, I think when you go in there being like with the confidence of like, hey, this could work, this could not work, but you're not my everything yet. I think that helps people be at ease and be like, okay, we're going at a decent pace. Pacing is everything. Yeah.
This is rough. This landscape. What a nightmare. Not to. Well, what is your general opinion? Like, oh, it's fine. You're just kind of coasting, or you're like, I hate this.
I think whenever I get to the point where I'm like, man, I really fucking hate this, I just stop, like, for a while.
like, take a break and
Yeah,
play
because I
ball.
think, like, you have to go into it with a certain, like, naivety. Otherwise, if you're just going in super jaded, I feel like other people pick up on that energy, and you're just, like, not really a fun person to be around.
Yeah, the worst I've ever done on dates was, so there was this girl I was super into for like, and we only had like a 6-week relationship, but I was really into her, right? And I saw her like, it whatever, it didn't work out, and I like rage queued into 3 dates. Like I did a Friday, Saturday, Sunday date.
Rage Q is a
yeah,
crazy thing to
Like
say.
right after. Like we're talking about it got ended on like the Thursday, and then I went Friday, Saturday, Sunday, rage queue, right? And I was not at my best in those days. Like I wasn't cringe or bad or anything, but like I just didn't run. Like I didn't even like what the normal things I do, which is like escalate and rant, all this. Like I just was like not in the. My vibes were not where they're usually supposed to be, and I realized that I was like, all right, you literally shouldn't have done that. You need to actually take a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, you always want to be careful not to take too long, because now you're just, wasting more time on that same person who didn't work out. But at the same time, like you shouldn't just be going to stuff when you're not ready and you're too jaded to do it.
Yeah, you went from platinum to like bronze, unfortunately. That sucks, man.
I lost MMR.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at that message?
Well,
I
I'm
guess?
just saying, if this is an interesting question, how do you avoid comparing your experiences with new partners and older partners? I'm just wondering in regards to making sure you aren't seeking someone that is too perfect.
I think this is a very interesting question
Yeah, it
for
is
both of us, actually.
It's actually revealing.
Yeah, it's a very revealing question.
Oh, is
because,
it?
I guess. I
You just
think
click
I
it.
think you
Just click
click it.
You just click it.
Like, like click?
No, I think maybe pen.
Oh, screen. Anyways, please answer while I figure this out.
sorry.
I don't know, how much do you want to like reveal about who we are as people and like because like I feel like we're very similar on this question, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
So,
like we're the same person about this.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that we like we both have some hang-ups on our ex, and so like it's a little bit difficult to
sad.
be dating in that environment. But I think it's really it's like on you to not like compare and contrast. I think I compare and contrast less than you do, personally speaking. Like I don't go into a date and I'm like, oh, this guy like didn't make me good job. This guy like didn't make me laugh, or like it's not the same, or like man, like we used to like talk about like movies and blah 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 blah. Like I'm just like, this is a new human and this is like a cool experience to like experience someone fresh and get to know them, and I have a lot of fun like diving into who people are and asking those emotional questions. So I think that I have less, like, even though it can be difficult, I think sometimes it's kind of cool to get like a new fresh person and like you learn new things.
Yeah. Obviously those comparisons are, I think, really hard to avoid. I know, like, on a fundamental factual level, like, you should realize that every new love is different, and that things go at different paces with different people, and that there's some relationships which hit off right from the start, some grow, and some people are more guarded at the beginning and you don't get the full picture of them, so you have to keep an open mind. I know that for a fact. But of course, with this fear stuff, even when you know stuff mentally, emotionally, you're still like, dude, but it was so good though, And so like,
no one's quite the same.
Yeah. So I think it's tough to reconcile with that. Like, it's kind of a mind. It's a war of mind versus heart a little bit. But you do your best, and that's really all you can do.
I think also, like, I know like friendships and dating are like very different, but like I think that each of my friendships are really unique, and I like have a lot of like I put a lot of value into them, and they're all different as well. So I like look at it that way too. Like, my friendship with you is like different than my friendship with Ben, but like I consider you both like very close to me, and I don't know. I think that I can find that with like someone else as well that is like in a romantic capacity.
Right, exactly. Like basically,
not devaluing like my relationship with like my exes or anything like that, but like sometimes you find something different, and yeah, it kind of sucks in some ways that it's different, but also kind of cool and hype.
Yeah, if you think about even your friendships, like they all came out, like, relationships aren't that different this way. They all are different, right? Like, how I became incredibly good friends with Atrioc, Brandon, and how I became really, really good friends with you or Ari is very different, right? Like, and it came about in very different ways, and at different paces and whatnot. And I think relationships can be very similar in that way, where every relationship with every person is different.
Yeah, I think it's easy to fall into the trap to think like, oh, I went to this restaurant with this person, and like, it's just the same as like, yeah.
The last time I went to a restaurant with a person, it was so much better, or so much more fun, and
like,
that kind of vibe.
You also have to make the conscious effort to like not do things that are gonna like trigger and evoke memories of your ex. Like, you have to step outside of that. Also, like, I think there is. So like I went through a pretty bad breakup, and that's why I started dating again. And I think that I maybe jumped into it too early. You also have to be like kind of honest with yourself about if you're ready and like what you're looking for. Because I think that if you jump into it too early, you can kind of sour yourself on the entire experience as well. And then you're like, oh man, what the fuck? I don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly. So try to be as ready as you can be. You probably won't always be 100% ready, but you gotta do your best.
Wow.
Well,
Sounds like a nightmare.
it's almost sounds like you did.
No, I'm just reading. I'm seeing if there's any other like questions. Otherwise, I think you should save it for part 2. Ugh.
Give us some embarrassing Atrioc stories.
I mean, there is.
my God.
but this is not about me.
Would you say you
I
regret
don't-
dating someone more often than you don't? I don't think I've ever.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Regretted.
More often than you don't. Do you regret dating?
I think that even if I don't have a good time on a date, or like I don't see compatibility with the other person or something like that, I try to like have fun on the date regardless of like if I don't see long-term potential or I think they're like kind of weird or something. Like the guy who talked about how his dad wasn't actually his dad for like 2 hours. I just kind of like leaned into it and was like, okay, like if this is how it's gonna go, like I might as well like have fun in the moment and like get a story out of this. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't think I regret any of the dates that I really go on.
So, like, if you have a bad date, you're not like, oh, what a waste of time. You're more like, no, I get a cool story out of it.
Yeah.
A bit, but I also have had moments where
Maybe you have a different perspective.
yeah, where I've had bad dates and I like kind of lay on the couch for a little while and I think
That's true. But I
like,
don't
yo, what am I
don't think
doing?
They weren't bad dates as much as like you were mentally boomed
Some good
about
comments here.
something.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you always have a good time on dates, even if you're not having a good time
During-
in life,
yeah.
because you just exude that naturally.
Yeah, most of the time they can't tell.
Yeah.
So
What the heck is a cherry berry?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, it's up to you guys if you want to keep answering
How many days until you start would you consider to start before you consider that person your partner? Does it vary a lot by person? So so okay, when you say partners, it's very because in LA there's the different types of partnerships are very common. We have a lot of ENM people, ethical non-monogamy. We have a lot of like poly, a lot of different stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Very common out here. I don't know if it's common out in other parts of the States or the world, but here it's extremely common. And so I'm trying to deparse what you said, but if you mean like committed relationship girlfriend, for me it's not a time thing, it's an emotion thing. Usually when I'm so into someone and so into them that like it's kind of making it so that I feel like I'm wasting my time with anyone else. Like, and I just don't like if I'm like at a date with someone else and I'm having the thought of like I wish I was here with this other person, then I feel bad about how I'm wasting the other person's time and my own time, and I'm like, okay, this is probably around when I should be like committing to that one person. But these days it's been really hard for me to get to that point because I just haven't. But you know, nonetheless, I think that's like my barometer. It's not really necessarily a time thing, but more of a feeling thing. And like, am I getting to that?
The vibes.
Yeah, is my vibes there yet?
I would agree with that. I don't think I've ever been like, oh, it's like the fifth date. It's time to like talk about exclusivity or whatever. Like, for like full transparency, my like relationship, my engagement that I broke off, was from someone I met on Tinder. And so like I've done this before, but it was like a couple years prior. And I do think like the dating landscape has changed tremendously. But yeah, like I never at any point in time was like, oh, it's like X amount of dates or whatever we've been on. Like, I wonder if we should like bring this up. I just like brought it up when I felt like I didn't want to date other people and like was trying to get a vibe check on like how he felt about it.
Cool. Anyway, we could probably read chat forever, but
Yeah, I think it's slowing down maybe.
yeah, cool.
Also, is this the how much you've been doing it?
Yeah,
Is that the timer?
yeah, about 2 hours.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's a good cutoff, I think. It'll make good YouTube.
I don't know if you expected to have a second part.
I did not expect
But
that,
it
but
could
also we
be.
have so
Yeah.
many fucking stories.
He doesn't
Yeah.
understand the
Yeah.
what he's walking into on this one. But
Wait, do you just before
we didn't even talk about like any of them.
No, do you keep track of how many people you've dated? Like, I'm curious about your numbers. If you have, by any chance, know them,
I don't know
Yeah.
at all.
because
I
sounds like a lot.
huh?
It is.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's
What's your body count is a crazy
Well, I
question.
didn't. That's not what I was asking.
not
Yeah.
what you said.
Oh, okay.
Someone else in chat said that. But
That's
I
crazy.
mean,
bro.
is it crazy though? Isn't like I mean, weirdos ask that question, right? But it's common.
yeah.
Yeah, the amount
Sorry,
of men
T.
who like ask you that on our first date is actually surprisingly high.
Wait, they do that?
Yeah.
Dude, they're on TikTok too much,
that's
bro.
weird.
I also just will tell them.
That's
I don't
weird.
Give a fuck.
This is what I'm talking about, guys.
It's not
Like,
the same question because
the more you talk
It's not sex.
and you have like
Dating is not
female
sex.
friends, the more you'll be like, your competition is trash. Now, by the way, the opposite's true.
It's
the
not
more you
crazy
learn.
at all. It's a good indicator if you're a whore. It's crazy.
Okay, dude, you're one of those guys. You're cringe, bro. You're cringe. But also, opposite's true. Opposite's true. I think through learning about my experiences, you realize your competition's trash too. So it's like basically by learning the other side better, and this is one of the things I think we were hoping with this stream.
okay, here we
I
go.
think you end up learning, like, first of all, you gain confidence because you realize, like, it's what they're dealing with is bad. So if you just be okay, you're doing all right. The bar doesn't seem as high as what it probably appears when you're just alone on an app swiping. And the other thing is you're gonna gain strategies and tips. Like ultimately, like you can be doomer and read about all these stats that are honestly they're not great, honestly, in terms of where the macro level is in terms of the dating landscape. But at least you can do your best to gain an advantage in the world that you live in, and your world is right now. So like how much better can you do, right?
well
So
said.
yeah, just it's good for progress. It's good for making those things happen. Me personally, I hate when that part of the internet talks about things like body count and stuff. As you know, I don't care about stuff like that. It gets me really cringe when they say that like guys care about that necessarily because they're talking for me. It's like they're talking for me, and I'm like, bro,
like that?
I want a baddie, so I'm not looking for someone who's like that.
He does want a baddie.
I want a baddie. I'm not trying to get no.
He's not trying to find a Puritan.
Yeah, so it's like it's for different people, right? Like maybe other people are looking for different things. So like I don't, it's not everyone's gonna be about that.
I think that I think that asking what your body count is on the first date is a little bit much.
It's cringe.
Super weird. Super weird.
I think that like if you want to ask that question eventually, like you are well within your rights, and they're also well within their rights to like not fucking tell you. I personally will tell people straight up because I don't care.
Yeah, that's different though because you weren't asked. You just tell, right?
No. When they ask me, I will tell them.
Okay.
But also, if someone like doesn't want to date me because I have slept with a certain amount of people, then I probably don't want to date them because they're being incredibly fucking judgmental for no reason. So,
Oh man, there's so many tips. There's so much. The playbook is crazy, but like one of the main things is like you can't. So I'm an extremely non-judgmental person naturally, but in general, you want to make sure in a first date scenario as a guy, you make a girl feel like she's not judged and she's safe. Like those are really important things you have to do.
Take notes.
And so big problem about that question is you're literally sounding judgmental immediately. Like you don't know this person, right? And so like you want her to just feel safe too, right? Like a guy like that is probably a guy who watches the wrong side of the internet, right? And that's the signal you're giving off, bro. Like, what are you doing? That's so you're literally hitting the two things you're not supposed to be doing. The number one and number two things you're not supposed to be. Like
we've talked about doing like dating content before.
Yeah, so funny.
Like I don't know, man. Like I just feel like you're literally crushing yourself by doing stuff like that. And that's what I mean by when you hear your comment, you're like, all right, bro. Like if that's what we're trying to beat, the bar's not that high.
Is there a stage of a relationship when it's a fair question? Some guy,
interesting.
I went on like, I think I was on my second date with him, and it naturally came up. Like we were talking about sex, and so he disclosed how many people he had slept with, and then he asked me, and I was like, I've slept with this amount of people or whatever. I think, but that was like a vibe check though, because we had already gone on a date. It was like going well. The second time as well, and like he wasn't like creepy or like weird about it, and he was like talking about his experiences with like ethical non-monogamy and like polyamory and like BDSM stuff. And
he didn't seem judgmental.
No, so he like out of the gate didn't seem judgmental. And so like I felt like okay, like I can probably disclose this to this person. He's not gonna be like a fucking nut job about it. But like if I think that question should probably come not like I don't know, it's also like why do you want to know is like a bigger question. Do you want to know because like that excludes them, like because that's like your criteria or whatever? Are you just like generally curious about their past experiences? Like I think that why you want to know is just as important as like their answer, I guess, kind of like, because I think like if you're asking from a place of genuine curiosity or like trying to have a deep emotional conversation, it comes off as like less judgmental than like, hey, how many people have you fucked? Just curious.
Wait, do you guys stream? Because I've got a few questions.
I do twitch.tv/The Crimson Blur.
The Crimson Blur.
Yeah, I'm all over the place though. I'm on Zane
Famous.
stream a lot.
He's very famous.
Working on it. Working on it.
Just real quick because I did get to see it a few
I
times.
used to stream more consistently, but now I'm getting back to it. Who knows?
Yeah, I didn't ask about body count, but I said the dating thing just because I'm comparing to me. Because before Brandon, I only ever dated one person, and it was like a high school boyfriend, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like such a huge contrast, I think.
Yeah.
I think I've gone on probably like 30 dates.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's
Wait, in the last what?
since October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, when you say dates though, is that different people or like the number of dates you've gone
The
on?
number
period?
of dates. It
Okay.
can be with the same.
Okay.
But I haven't.
That's not so
gone-
crazy then.
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
gone on like a super lot of dates with the same
Okay.
person.
I don't
Okay,
have
okay.
the number off the top of my head. But
Sure, yeah, 'cause who
mine's,
cares, right?
mine's more. I don't know how much.
More?
Yeah,
A lot
his
more.
is-
So you guys are active, huh?
Well, yeah, we've
Can't see my face.
both done like a 7-day streak one time. One time I ran 2 dates in the same day. That was kind of crazy.
Sounds like you're
Yeah, we do
gamifying dating.
multi-day. That's a rule. I don't do multi-day stuff.
Wait, it
but-
sounds like you're so into roguelikes, you're just recycling the same. Like
I'm just climbing Ascension.
Yeah, you are. You're like getting to 820 or something. Yeah.
I'm really trying to get up there.
For sure.
Okay, I think that's great, right? Should we just cut it there?
She's multi-boxing. It's funny. I love World of Warcraft.
Let's see. One final thing. Oh, okay. I guess this person. Is this true?
What is it?
Can you read the comment there?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
true?
Can you?
Is this supposed to go on the screen?
Yeah, but we don't know.
Ooh,
how to.
I don't know how to
don't know
do
how to
that.
do
Wait.
that.
Let me try. Just dragging it over.
No, that's not how that
It's
works.
not gonna work.
That's not how that works.
Okay, it's
Oh, no,
definitely
it's
one of these.
Don't click
I'm
window
not gonna
capture.
do it because
Don't click that stuff.
I know, because Brennan's
Do not click window
stupid
capture.
leakies. Okay.
Do not click window capture.
No.
Now, how about we just?
Okay, fine.
You know what? Sorry, bro. We're not gonna keep going. You have to do
Look,
it.
just wait for the YouTube video.
Just wait for
and
the
then
YouTube.
say your comments
So
right now.
no leakies.
Sorry,
Alright.
I just cannot. Brennan is very. Oh wait, his name's Kale, like actual Kale.
Yeah, it's Kale.
Wow, I love
here,
Kale.
I can really quickly.
Like it's leaf broccoli. Like what's better than that?
I think that your like bio is funny.
Like it's charming.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
okay, pause, 'cause I wanna read
You
it.
read this because you're a woman.
Oh, I
so-
guess. But he's
Well-
so young. I would immediately like turn away.
Well,
you know?
yeah, but let's pretend you're 22 and not married for like.
Oh, I
5
think.
minutes.
Okay, I think it's definitely sweet.
You think it's sweet?
Yeah, I think it's very sweet. I don't know if it's funny, like you said.
I think that I work too hard and care too much is funny. I personally don't like when people put like stuff about Taylor Swift. I think that's like a bait to like
Ah, good point.
engage.
Or if
I think
you're
it's a bait
sick, like,
that
if you're up to
works.
here with Swift, like it's bad either way,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I like the kid picture.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That's a cute picture.
nephew, right?
I think that's his nephew or something. Yeah. I think the picture with your sister / mom / cousin / I don't know what's going
I
on
don't think
here.
that's a mom.
I think that's a very grainy photo.
Thanks for the 43 months, Paco. Niche.
I think that
It's probably really old.
it is
right?
really old.
Okay.
I think like it's a cute
Okay.
photo, but if you had like an updated one that wasn't, because like it's kind of hard to like make out any facial features here.
He's saying there was the nephew, and he's not answering to this question. Oh, he's finding a better photo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess you guys would know how jarring bad quality photos are
We kind of went through it.
on an
Yeah,
app.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
the
yeah.
Let the
rest.
man be.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but anyway,
That one.
Chad can't even see it, so.
Wait, this is all like on one profile?
Yeah, this is his profile.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a
Yeah,
lot of photos.
Overall, I think good. Move the ticket photo up. Other than that, I think you're fine. Maybe replace the older photos with some newer photos.
Yeah. How old a photo should you put in your profile? Whatever. Okay.
I would not put photos like older than 2 years.
You want it to be like recent then?
Yeah.
Until you get to know them better, yeah? Maybe?
Yeah.
Is that kind of your...
Bless you.
Sorry, it's kind of dry in here. Or maybe I'm just talking too much. Maybe that's time to call it quits, okay? Unless you guys want to take over.
No, I think.
Okay.
I think we should.
Look, I didn't even...
Yeah.
I have my, like, serial killer glasses. And I'm not wearing makeup. Like, this is not okay. Like, I was not prepared for this.
All
You
good.
look great.
You look fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
You look beautiful. It's Happy International Women's Day.
Oh.
to all women.
Happy, hey,
Namaste.
woman. Who doesn't love women?
Yeah.
I love women.
I
Like,
love
we
women
love
too.
women.
We love
We like
women.
looking at them.
W's for women?
We like being friends with them.
Great women.
We like working with them.
True.
What's
Love
the Drake
women.
thing? Oh, he's clapping?
He's clapping.
He's clapping for women.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming here
No problem.
and dealing with us.
Well, you're great. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Brandon, for... I don't know if Brandon set this up or you guys.
Brandon.
He told us to come on.
Told us to come.
Okay,
on.
awesome. Thanks, Brandon.
We were on a carpool to Genesis with him, and we
That's when
talked
it
about
came
this
on?
stuff, and he was like, content? And I was
Okay.
like, all right, man, sure.
Oh, wait, we should raid somebody, right? Do you guys know how to do that?
/raid. You go in the chat.
Okay,
and you
wait,
press
thanks,
/raid.
guys, so much. Sorry I didn't miss thinking subs. Okay, all right, wait, you put
/raid.
/raid?
And then you need to know a channel.
Oh, how do I know who to raid?
I can find someone. It stands
Or
on.
like, wait, oh, Stan's is on. It says. Wait, I thought he was going to the game with Stan.
Stan's not going?
Okay.
Clearly not, 'cause
Wait. So then I put
Online. Then
the channel, or do I put open?
STANZ.
Wait, I have to do spectacular.
/raid STANZ.
Oh.
You're good. Just write S, capital S, T.
Well, okay, fine. We're doing Stan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that? Like no.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You're good.
Wait,
It'll
how many
work.
views
Press
does
enter.
Stans have?
200.
Concurrent?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, that's disrespectful.
No, I'm sorry. It's just, I was,
That's wow. That's so. 200's good. 200's
no,
really
it's
good.
amazing. I just
200's really
I
good.
expected like okay, no, whatever. Stans. Okay,
Respectfully.
is that it?
Yeah, that's him.
This is the most backhanded rate of all time.
Just press enter.
That's-
and please don't put this in the YouTube.
Just started.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is one of our best
Oh,
friends.
sweet. Okay, there's a lot of viewers. See,
Nice.
he has a lot right there.
Hey, but
lied.
about a raid.
Yeah, those are the people.
That's a
that-
weird sentence.
Awkward. Okay.
Awkward. Yeah.
Okay, does he see us or do we just sign off now?
No, so you
You have to hit raid now if you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's raid. Like
Bye.
the
Bye.
MTG mechanic. Okay, bye.
Okay, and you have to
Thanks.
click stop streaming. at
Okay,
some
yeah,
point.
he said end stream, right? This one? Okay.
Yeah.